Alrighty. First off, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Andrew, for joining the Welcome Enjoyers. I didn't realize it would say Welcome to Welcome Enjoyers. So that's a new thing. But thank you nonetheless. Now you have access to exclusive emotes, which I should have turned on somewhere in here. At least they should be showing. There they go. All right. The emotes directly below me, well, you'll have access to. Odessa's here. We got a couple other people over on Twitch as well. Let me pull up that chat. We got the veteran. Where are you at, buddy? I'm right here. Right here. So, I want to thank everybody for being here. The agenda today, we are playing an online tournament with Raging Bolt EX. Kind of an aggressive style deck. I originally was going to play a different deck because I'm really trying to figure out what deck to play for post-rotation. But I kind of am struggling on what I want to play. I have a couple ideas. Raging Bolt's kind of on that agenda, or on that kind of, on that list, I should say. Shalbedo says, but new WoW raid today. Got a Pokemon. Gotta have Pokemon. But I hope you have good luck in the raid, and I hope you have success in all the big loots and everything else. Let me check and make sure that I'm actually checked into this online tournament first. Don't mind me. So now I can't see chat because I have to cover it up. Oh, wait. Actually, no, I can. I'm trolling. We can shrink this. Haha. Okay. And then let me make sure I got my deck list submitted, which will be posted in the description below as well. So the deck list I'm playing is down there. Let me see. Okay. Yes. We should be ready to go. And we actually might have time for like one quick game, but we'll just do it in like casual, just because if we have to like just scoop and concede, that doesn't feel as bad if doing it in a ranked. But looking for a pretty big turnout here, which I'm pretty excited about. There we go. Let's see. You're the best, my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so the idea of this deck is to just kind of blow up the active spot, and we just want to go big. Hit fast, hit hard, throw energies into play, and that's kind of the goal. That's what we're going to do. I actually had played this tournament this deck just the other night at a tournament at my locals and did pretty well. Had some pretty big misplays, which did cost me a game. But that was kind of due to my own negligence. I didn't look through the discard pile to see what energies I had when I went to use Professor Star's Vitality and attached double lightning to my Pokemon. I was like, oh, well, that feels kind of bad, but that's okay. Odessa says, hello. Stop spamming caps, Nightbot. I don't know why I did that, so I apologize for that. I don't even know if I'd be able to fix that. Let's see. Let's see. Nightbot is bad. Nightbot's sometimes just like uber aggressive, and I'm really struggling to kind of figure it out. Excessive caps. Okay. Limit caps is 19. So we will go a little higher. I'd probably just like turn excessive caps off, honestly. I couldn't imagine it'd be that bad. And in worst case scenario, we just turn it back on, right? There we go. Okay, that should be fixed. We're playing against Charizard with the Noctowl engine, so that'll be kind of interesting. They're probably playing Terapagos too. Trying to, well, I don't know why they'd be playing. They might not be playing Terapagos because they're playing Magma Basin. Okay, so we'll go Nest Ball. Do a little quick deck search. We prized Squawkabilly. We've prized a Pokégear. We've prized a Trekking Shoes. We've prized an Earthen Vessel, and we've prized a Grass Energy. So that's not terrible. Okay. And then we'll conceal cards. We'll pitch the fighting. Try to find our way into a lightning so we can attach it to this Raging Bolt to be able to take a KO on this. We'll go Ultra Ball. We can Pal Pad Iono back in later, so it doesn't feel too bad to do it now. Grab an Ogerpon so we can Teal Dance. Draw some more cards. So we'll do that. But first, we'll Trekking Shoes. We don't need an Ultra Ball. Another Ogerpon. We'll go Teal Dance. Attach an energy. Draw a card. We are whiffing. All right. We'll go here. Fighting to this. Grass to this. Doesn't matter too much. So we really wanted a lightning. And we kind of whiffed on it, unfortunately. Which does feel a little bad. But we'll bench this. We'll Nest Ball. We'll set ourselves up for the future. Grab the Fezandipiti. And then we'll just discard our hand, draw 6. I appreciate how pretty your deck looks. Thank you. I have enough credits to kind of just buy and get whatever kind of pretty cards I want. Or I just kind of open them through like online packs and stuff. So I ultimately end up catching myself using them quite often. The funny part is like I will go out of my way to have the pretty cards on the online client, but I will never buy the pretty cards in person to play them in my physical deck. It's just like a digital version doesn't feel as bad because I'm not spending real money to do so. But on the physical copy, it's like, oh, well, I can kind of just use the 10-cent version. It does the same thing as the $20 version, so it's all the same. Poo-poo Nightbot. Yeah, Nightbot's really aggressive, and I don't know why. Something else I do want to fix in the future is I would really like to set up like a chat somewhere where I don't even know where I'd put it. Maybe like somewhere right here. Kind of like where my mouse is, and just kind of put the chat like in this box here. So you can kind of like merge them. So people like, I don't know. It's something I kind of want to try to do, but I'm not too sure how I would do it. Something I want to figure out in the future for sure. So Earthen Vessel, we'll pitch this. We'll go Grass Lightning. That makes sense. Yeah, and it's just like a, I don't know, like a preference. Some people actually hate using the pretty cards online because it's like, oh, it makes it hard to look at. Which I agree to some extent. I can see why people don't like it as much. We're trying to find a Sada's or just kind of any piece, really. Just kind of digging. A lot of this deck's just churning through it as fast as you can, it feels like a lot of the times. Finding Boss would have been pretty nice, or Pal Pad so we could put Boss back in and then hit Pokégear to find the Boss. I want to try to pull up one of these Charmeleons, but we hit Tails in our Pokemon Catcher, unfortunately. So we will just Bellowing Thunder for 1 and take this knockout. Okay, let me take a peek. I want to make sure I'm all set up for this online tournament first, so don't mind me here. Okay. And there has been a bug with like submitting deck lists to online tournaments too. And I don't know why. So I want to make sure I've got the right deck list in there. So let me find my name in here somewhere. Yeah, we should be good. All right. Go to my dashboard. Cool. All right, we should be all set up for that. Perfect. Perfect. Last time I played an online tournament, I played, I think it was Snorlax Stall, and I think I bubbled out of top 16 out of like 100 and something players. So that felt kind of bad, but not too big of a deal. We can Pal Pad. We can put in Iono Boss, which I actually kind of like doing now. I think this feels fine. We have 3 Sadas left in deck, so we still have way to like power up our Pokemon, which feels good. We want to draw as many cards as possible this turn to try to find Boss to deal with this Charmeleon. We hit Iono, which is not what we wanted. But I can go Energy Retrieval, pull back both these Grass Energy, so then I can Teal Dance, attach 1, draw a card. So we'll attach, draw, hit a Night Stretcher. Also, Ogerpon's insanely good against Charizard because you just hit it for weakness. So you get like a bunch of extra benefits, I would say. Now, we run the risk if I Pokestop, I whiff on Pokégear, because I did prize 1, and I didn't get it off prize cards. So I whiff on that, and then I mill boss, and then it feels real bad. Or we just take the knockout on the knocked out, which I think feels fine. We'll discard this one. Take a drink. You got it. I have the Squeeze Circle lemonade flavor in my bottle. It does not taste like lemonade, to be kind of honest. It kind of tastes like cough syrup in a weird way. But like, I don't know, good cough syrup, I guess? I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. Circle, I love these things. These things are great. How do you feel about the current state of the game? I'm ready for rotation. I think a lot of cards have kind of ran their course. I think they've been around for a while. I think that we're kind of at this weird point where there's just so much in the meta that things need to leave. Lugia's been around for 2 years now. Palkia V-Star, Regidrogo V-Star. So all the V-Stars and Vs will be rotating. And we'll have EXs and then the Mega Forms here soon. And then we'll have like the character, like trainer cards is what I'm kind of calling them. Like Enzoroark or Iono's Belly Bolt, stuff like that. But like it's interesting because it's like the game's still healthy because there's still a lot of decks to play. There's a very wide variety of things going on, which feel nice. But it's so much that it feels like if you counter one thing, it kind of doesn't let you do anything else. Stop spamming emotes. Timed you out for 600 seconds. I'm really sorry about that. Tastes like dull syrup. I don't know why I deletes all the messages. Let me try to fix good old Nightbot. Let's go. I just built a new Raging Bolt to play on the ladder today. We love it. I think Raging Bolt's in a pretty solid spot, I feel. Man, how the heck do I get out of this? Okay, there we go. And we finished the battle pass. Perfect. That's one thing I do like about the online client is you can just finish the battle pass without actually having to like spend any money. And we get like all the cool evolution forms. And Litleo. I mean, we love that. Glaceon. I think the Jolteon looks the best in my opinion. I don't know. Sylveon's up there. They're all pretty in their own way. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? They're all pretty in their own way. Okay. Let's try to fix Nightbot. See, excessive emotes is turned off. So maybe it's... I don't know. I don't get it. Chat moderation. Let's see. Excessive emotes. Like I said, I apologize. The Nightbot's kind of a new thing that I've had to set up. See, it says limit 25 emotes. Which I feel like is kind of crazy. So we'll just change that. And we'll put it to like 10 emotes. I feel like that's pretty okay. Like I said, I'm really sorry about that. Trying to figure that out has been kind of a learning curve and an ongoing problem. Having Nightbot set up for both Twitch and YouTube, it's done separately and it's done differently. So I have everything set up, I feel like, comfortably for YouTube, but the way it's set up on Twitch is not complete apparently. Like I said, I'm kind of still learning that, so. And I don't really know how to I don't know how to untime out somebody. I don't know how to do that, so. Sorry. So hang tight. Hang tight. There, soldier. Okay. I got my bitrate problem fixed from last stream too. Would love to see it. Okay, so the tournament's going to be starting here in a couple minutes. The way these tournaments work are kind of interesting. So you have to like add the friend, and then you request the battle, and then you go to Limitless TCG, which kind of is like the like client where a lot of Pokemon players use to figure out like what decks are current, what decks are meta, stuff like that. Decklist holds like standings for big regionals and stuff. There's an online tournament section too. And that's kind of where all this will take place. Which, like I said, I'm pretty pumped. So, we shall see. Actually, if you don't mind telling me, Veteran, how many emotes you used? Like, I'm just curious, right? Because, like, I want to know, like, kind of where, like, the weird cutoff is happening or what's going on, why it's, like, throwing all these crazy errors. Setting everything to stream is kind of, like, setting everything up has been quite the adventure because it's weird. Twitch will let you test stuff if you're offline. Twitch will let you test anything in chat. You just type it in, and it'll test it, and it'll be fine. But YouTube, you have to be live to test anything. It won't let you do anything at all. You can't, like, stream privately either. It has to be live to a live audience, public, for everybody to see, for you to actually be able to edit and change everything. So that was kind of like my first one was like, okay, get YouTube stuff set up because I'm primarily on YouTube. And then Twitch stuff I figured would kind of just mimic YouTube, but apparently there's two different settings that I can look at for them. Like, it kind of splits it because, like, everything that happens on YouTube isn't happening over here on Twitch. So, also 600 seconds just feels like so long. So I'm just waiting for my round one opponent. Let's take a look and see how many people we have in this tournament. So there's 600. Oh my gosh. There's 67 people registered. But that doesn't mean there's going to be 67 people playing. I'm not too sure how many people are actually going to be playing, but we'll have to see. And kind of funny thing too, the Limitless TCG like online client, it does this cool thing where it kind of like links up your Twitch, but it won't link up YouTube. Wish it did, but it'll link up your Twitch to the account, and it'll be like, oh, you're live streaming in this tournament, and people on the people can kind of see that you're streaming, which kind of can cause some issues, but it's kind of the price you take, right? Which isn't too big of a deal. So, just kind of interesting how it all works out. All right, so we're just kind of hanging out and chilling. And then eventually, when we come back to streaming, we will probably try to finish our road to Arceus, and then we'll try to climb the, like, match rating percentage or whatever. It's like that SR rating type thing. This is exciting. Great opportunity for you to improve against other skilled players. That's exactly it. That's why I like playing the ranked ladder the most, because when you kind of start getting up to, like, Arceus League, or you start kind of getting to that, like, number, like that match rating or that skill rating number, and it climbs up, you really start to play against some pretty skillful players. And the online tournament's also a good way to do that too. And it's like a tournament setting. You have a clock that you have to kind of play against, you know, and not everybody likes to play in online tournaments, and it kind of usually tends to be a little bit more than there's like the casual player that wants to play at these tournaments. All right, so we got our first opponent. Open deck list. We're playing against Pidgeot Control. I love that for me. I actually don't. I actually hate it. I don't know how this matchup works at all. But fear not. We will navigate this matchup to the best of our abilities. And that's all we can hope for. So now they're going to send us a challenge. We join the match. And that's all we got to do. And now we're off to the races. Cool, cool. You know what the funny part is? Okay, so the stream thing is popping up, which is kind of cool. We'd love to see that. Love to see it. Ideally, I don't even know. I feel like ideally we'd not want to start with Slither Wing. Is definitely what I was actually about to say. They're also playing a Lax too. They have Turtonator. The Badoo's gonna hurt pretty bad, I feel like. I feel like starting Squawk is fine, but they can also just kind of trap it, which feels kind of bad. So we'll start with Slither Wing because I don't want the Squawk to get stuck. I don't know if it'll actually get stuck, but it could. So we also have the chance to potentially just blow up our opponent if they don't have like another way to set up anything. We'll have to see. I'm also gonna, you can message your opponent, so I'm gonna message my opponent good luck. Oh my god, I am muted. I muted myself because I had walked away to check and see my internet. Thank you. Secondly, I messaged the judge to see if what happens because I have no idea. I don't know. If you end up getting the W, it's fine. I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I don't know. Everything kind of just crashed like super hard. Like I hit start and I hit like join the match, and then YouTube went down, and then Twitch went down, and then the game went down. I was like, oh, okay, that's not good. So, if he gets the dub, that's fine. Okay, so... he says just restart it. That's what he says. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, let's just send it. That's fine. And then we can figure out all the other stuff later. We can figure that out later. Like I said, I don't care either way. I just want to play the game. So. Unique deck, I hope. It's not that unique, but I just told, I emailed, or I keep saying emailed. I messaged Dr. Red or Control Players Unite and like the judge, and I was just like, you can just have the W. I just want to play the game. So we'll just play for fun. You can just have the dubs. Alright, we'll just update this as far as the tournament goes. Put that to 0. Put this here. Alright, so I apologize, everybody, for A, being muted like a goober. And secondly, for completely just kind of crashing. I don't know what happened there. Everything kind of just went down. It kept saying attempt, reattempt, but not too big of a deal. Not too big of a deal. The Badoo feels kind of bad for them, like for them to start against me. I don't like them starting Badoo. So we'll just Nest Ball. We'll get 2 bolts. And then yeah, this is probably fine. And I think we just pass. I don't mind just completely shredding the hand entirely. Well, quick bump in the road there, team. But we're back, and that's okay. That's A-okay. Trying to make sure everything's kind of still working. Okay, so now YouTube chat isn't updating. So, just a second. Have new prices for tournaments. I'd probably say at least like a couple times daily. At least like I try to at least get a couple games in a daily. Yo, what's going on with the stream? Or is it just me? No, it's the stream. No volume on your mic. Yeah, I was muted on. Sorry about that. Good luck this round. Thank you. We're playing for fun, unfortunately. Sorry about the game. That's okay. Not too big of a deal. So now I got to figure out how to update. This kind of works out, though. Because, like, now I can kind of update everything. There we go. Okay. So I had to update everything, which is good. I'm learning so much. I'm taking this as a W. This is a win for me. We're learning so much about all this streaming stuff and how everything works, and I'll take it. Okay, so there's gonna like itchy pulling us to oblivion, which is kind of unfortunate. Because we just get item locked, so we can't do anything. But that's okay. This actually happened to me at locals just yesterday. The nice part about it is you kind of end up in this position where eventually you'll be able to play, and you'll kind of have Sada's vitality, and you'll be able to kind of do stuff. His Fortune Sister was kind of crazy, though. Shoes Nest Ball Superior. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane to hit. Okay. So that's fixed. That's fixed. Alright, we just pass. This is an unfortunate matchup. I actually think this is a pretty bad matchup. I'm actually kind of curious to see what like the numbers say. Like percent-wise. Let's see. Dex. And honestly, if I end up losing when we play for fun, it doesn't feel as bad. If you just like lose because of like weird bug stuff, it doesn't feel as bad. Pidgeot Control into Raging Bolt is a 35.71 win percent. So very low. Very low percent for us. And that's fine. That's not too big of a deal. Airy, you just shred double switch cart, right? Yeah, double switch cart. See, this watching someone play Pidgeot Control makes me miss playing Quad Stall. It makes me want to try Pidgeot Control. There's just so much going on with that deck that I just feel like I can never quite piece it together, and I can never get there. Like, I always feel like I'm just not quite understanding what I should be doing or what should be happening or anything like that. But it kind of works out. We just pass. We're in the pass back and forth game. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think the reason this matchup's so hard is we have limited switch effects. They can kind of just item lock us out of the game. And the other unfortunate part is our deck is very reliant on our opponent kind of like, not to say letting us play the game, but kind of more of like just not shredding the important cards. And they've kind of just milled a bunch of the important stuff, but that's okay. Not too big of a deal. Yes, Eileen. Probably put Pal Pad back though, right? Put Airy back? Interesting. Fun fact too about TCG Live, you can see what you draw before you actually draw it. So we're gonna draw Bravery Charm this turn. Woohoo! We play 2. We don't need them. They're not good. They're not good in this matchup. They got this in the bag already. Yeah, it doesn't feel bad with us crashing in the game and stuff. They already got this locked up. But I know the feeling of being able to lock somebody out of the game and be able to have this nice feeling. So we're here for the ride. We're here for the ride. It's okay. Crashing and losing because of that doesn't even matter because I'd have lost anyway. So it wouldn't have mattered. They're just going to cheat you and they're going to roll everything through. So the only thing we could do too is we could kind of start preemptively setting up stuff. We'll just put things on stuff. We won't bench the third Raging Bolt. We don't need that. But we'll attach everything else. And we'll just kind of top deck and see what we can get going. I think they just have this cooked though. Raging Bolt's a deck that I feel like either you just have it or you don't. Either you flop or you do fine. Unfortunately, this is also a terrible matchup for us. And our opponent very much knows what they're doing. And we don't. But that's fine. Yo, we have a chance. Teal dance. Hey, energy retrieval. Now we're getting somewhere. We go here. We retreat. Yep. And you guys all thought I was out of it. 2 prizes. We're back in it. We got a chance. We're taking prize cards. We're at least in the game. You just gotta be patient. You just gotta wait. Those prizes sucked. We don't need Raging Bull, and we definitely don't need Fezandipiti in this matchup. Fezandipiti's so bad in this matchup. Oh, man. That's too funny. Either way, I already told the judge that I kind of gave my opponent the W anyway. Whoa! Woo! That's right. Exactly. Yeah, so I already told the judge that I kind of gave the opponent the W anyway. I don't mind. It's not that big of a deal. I'd rather just have fun. I can't get over how good all these Artarts looks. Yeah, there's so many, right? Like, even our opponent's got, like, the cool Pidgeot. The Misfortune Sisters is really pretty. The Aries, like, menacing, which she's supposed to be. Penny looks cool. Yeah, just Pokemon does arts different. Like, I really like how well Pokemon does their arts. I think they do a really good job. Okay, so now we're kind of in this awkward position where they're going to kind of sob block us, I think. So we'll Teal Dance. We're trying to dig for energies. We'll go Shoes. We'll discard that. We'll draw. We'll Sadas. We'll attach to Lightning. Odessa, member for 3 months. That's actually insane. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do want to see if I can change how that kind of works earlier, because when Purple and Fox kind of did it, it was like, welcome to the Welcome Enjoyers, and I didn't know that. I didn't realize it would do that. Like, I didn't know that it does that. So that was a whole learning. That's a learning curve there too. Here for the Pokemon, stay for the eye candy. Well, thank you. Erica's Invitation. Yeah, that's not good. That's not what we wanted. Odessa gifting 5 Mega Blitz memberships. Thank you so much. We got 5 memberships coming out to Zarek, Zach, Marhar Martyr, Anthony Mason, Isaac. There we go. Isaac Rodriguez and Bugs TCG. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If we can find a switch effect, we're fine. Oh no, we're just cooked, right? Yeah, because switch card plus prime, we're done. Yo, I'll attack with the Fezandipiti. That's fine. We can do that. We'll go stop. I think we'll just pass. More members, more happy. Perfect. And we got the Bellable Pepe hands everywhere. We love it. Love to see it. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. That's incredible. The Megaton Blower. Interesting, interesting. Okay. That's fine. We'll just attach and we'll pass. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Well, actually, we'll Sadas. We can mill ourselves. Like, honestly, it's kind of fine. Yeah. Sure. Sure. I just want to draw cards. I want to see. This makes me want to learn project control so bad. It's just so hard to learn. Honestly, me too. I really do. I would like to play Pidgeot Control. I think it's a really cool deck. I think it's a really fun deck. I think it's a really cool concept to play the trading card game. And since Stall's rotating, I don't really have like a control deck kind of to play. And I've been playing Control almost exclusively for like 5-ish months. I would love to play Pidgeot Control. I just don't know if I have the willpower to just commit that long. Also, we're definitely cooked now. There's no shot. I'm just going to help out. We'll just shoes. We'll discard. We'll shoe. Yeah. Yeah. See, and this doesn't feel too bad. This feels fine because I probably would have lost anyway. I think it'd have been fine. And I think they played this matchup exactly how they want to be honest. I think this is how you want to play it. I think you just item lock until you can get everything set up, get your Pidgeot set up, get Sob, just start Sob blocking and going crazy like that. I think that's exactly what you want to do. I used to play Wigglytuff control, which was kind of like Pidgeot control in a way. It played similar stuff anyway. You and I can both be on the struggle bus together. Hey, I'd be down. I think the deck's super cool. I think it's a fun concept. It's just kind of, it's a tough one. It's a tough deck to learn. It really is. GG's. Cool. What a good sport my opponent was. Good sport. We love that. But anyway, so it doesn't feel too bad. Since we lost, it's fine. Not too big of a deal. Kind of trying to check things. Good luck on the rest of the games. You too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. I was kind of just telling everybody like on YouTube and stuff too. It doesn't feel too bad when you crash and then you play for fun anyway and then you get completely cooked. It doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't feel too bad. I was talking about how I actually would like to learn Pidgeot control as I've played like exclusively quad stall for like 5-ish months. Just don't know if I want to commit the time to learn bird control. I don't know if I want to commit it. We'll have to see though. I haven't been like a big aggro player in a while, so Bolt's kind of like way left field for me. Way left field. It's a tough one. Actually, you know what? Wait, we have time, right? Like, what are we looking at here? We got dashboard. Let's see. 25 out of 26 matches complete. The cool thing is we can kind of see what decks we're looking at here. Take a look at the metagame. We got 6 Goldango. I was actually thinking about playing Goldango for this. We got 6 Dango, 4 Dragapult, 3 Gardevoir, 3 Pidgeot Control, 3 Arc Armarouge. I love me some Arceus Armarouge. I like Arc Armarouge a lot. We got 3 Dragapult Dusknoir, 3 Quad Stall, 2 Raging Bolt, 2 other decks, which is usually just kind of like, it doesn't quite fit into a category, so there's either too much going on or it's just kind of like a weird niche thing. Venomoth, Frostlass, Clofferopagos, Frostlass Monkey Dory, 1 Charizard. These are all ones after that. Okidogi, Ninja, Miraidon. A Gothitelle deck? Interesting. Dragapult Thorns, Ogerpon, like the Terra Box, Zoroark, Artrulidon, Dialga, Hydropple, Dragapult, Lost Box, Artrulidon, Azumarill, Espathra, Xatu. I was thinking about playing that too. 1 Gator, and 1 Ancient Box. So pretty wide variety, which is pretty cool. I like to see that. It's good. Good for the game, in my opinion. I think it's really good for the game. When you have enough variety, you just got to watch because you don't want to get too much variety. And I was kind of talking about that too. I think the game's in this interesting spot where it's healthy, but it's unhealthy at the same time because it feels really bloated because there's so much decks you could play. There's so much stuff going on. There's so many things happening. But on the flip side, it's so wide that you can play just about anything, which feels good. And I kind of like that in and of itself. So we just wait for the next round, and we just kind of hang out and chill. And maybe after this too, maybe try to like push the Arceus or something for fun. If we have time, we'll see. I definitely want to kind of push through the tournament, at least mostly. Let's see what top cut actually looks like. Let's see if, because how many people kind of depend on that too. So there's 51 players playing in the tournament. And at 51 players, we're going to have 6 Swiss rounds, cut the top 8. So I think a 4-2 would make it. A 5-1-1 would make it. Definitely some 5-1s would make it, for sure. So we'll have to see kind of what we got going on. Yeah. Yeah, a 5-1 would definitely make it. A 4-1-1 would make it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if 4-2 would make it. 51 people, or sorry, yeah, 51. Like 1 or 2. It kind of depends on how the games fold out, right? That's kind of where we're at, depending on where things fold, where things happen. I think would depend on that a lot. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We shall see. We're close to Arceus, and I do kind of want to try the match rating grind. I kind of want to see if I can climb the ladder pretty high. Just got to find a deck that I want to stick with to do that. And I thought maybe it would be Bolt. I thought maybe Bolt would be the deck that I would be like, yeah, I'll just play Bolt. I'll play Bolt. But the more I play the deck, the more it's like so linear that I'm kind of like, ugh, I feel like I don't have a lot of options. And that's weird to say because Stall was very similar. It's like you kind of have, you're just blocking the active and it can't retreat, it can't do anything, you're just like pulling stuff up. But that was fun for me. That was fun. So we'll have to see. Like I said, we'll have to see kind of what's going on. All right. We got the music coming to an end here soon, so we're gonna switch to another one. Put this all the way at the end. I actually can't tell if the music's if it's too high or not high enough. So you have to let me know. There we go. I have a playlist, but it, for whatever reason, started at the end, so I apologize. But yeah, let me know if the music's too high or too low. Like I said, I don't have earphones in, so I can't hear it. And the reason I don't do that is the only headset I have that'll hook up to my computer is this big, bulky headset. And I don't like to wear it all the time, because then it starts to make my ears hurt from having it all the time. I think that's just kind of any headset, though. You wear it for too long, your head starts to hurt, your ears start to hurt. Let's see. All right, we got another one. We're playing against Dr. Red. That is... Oh. I accidentally clicked W on accident. All right, this will be fun. So Dr. Red's actually the person running the tournament. So if you want to check out his stream live on Twitch, it's Control Players Unite. So definitely check him out afterwards. Super fun person. Got all kinds of content about like control decks and different types of stuff and kind of ways to play control. You have like aggro control and really just like dives deep into kind of what different types of control decks there are, which I think is super cool. So definitely check out his channel. Like I said, super cool person. Always cooking up crazy decks, always playing goofy fun stuff. Right now playing Okie Dokie, Cornerstone Mask, Ogerpon, control, whatever shenanigans he's cooking up. And like I said, I kind of love to see that, so I love it. That's crazy. Yo, wait, you joined a tournament? Yeah, I did. Yep. So I've been playing. I think it was. I don't remember when it was, but him and I kind of like bumped into each other in some way. Like either I commented on one of his videos or he commented on one of mine or something like that. And we kind of like started chit chatting and stuff. We were talking about control decks and stuff. And then, yeah, like one thing led to another. And I kind of just was like, oh, he's like, hey, like I'm hosting this tournament. I was like, dude, I'm going to be there. Like that'll be awesome. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. Small world. What's the song like? They're singing Lion King. It's a small world after all. And then Scar freaks out. I was like, no, sing anything but that. Okay, so Mimikyu, we gotta find our Slither Wing. And we're gonna have to get a little saucy, because Slither Wing deals damage to itself, which feels kind of bad. So we gotta get a little intuitive. I also want to read Okidogi, because I don't know. I don't know what this card does. If it has a dark energy attached. Okay, it does 100 more damage. Okay, cool. So we'll go Nest Ball here. We will... Okay, so we didn't prize Slither Wing, which is kind of huge. So we might... Can we get a Donk? Is that even possible? It actually might be possible. We're going to try. We're going to try for the Donk. We'll bench the Squawk. We'll Shoes. We don't need this. Nah. Attach. Retreat. Into this. Actually, we can't Donk because we have to switch out. Which feels a little bad, but that's okay. Bolt. We'll Charm this. We'll Squawk our hand. Shoes. Yeah, we'll keep this. This feels fine. We'll bench this. And we're milling a card. Doesn't feel great, but that's okay. It's not what we wanted. I've got a bunch of lovely coconuts all standing in a row. Oh, okay, that's what it is. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know it's like something like that. You tried to join, but something popped up last minute. Yeah, no, something like it happens, right? It does. It does. Yeah, I wasn't going to play Bolt. I was going to play, like, a Spathra or something else. But I haven't really been playing anything but Bolt the last, like, week. So, minus the stream I had on Friday. That was kind of the only time I've played literally anything else. So, Bolt it is. We're also in this interesting position where if they like, put, like, 7 damage counters on Slither Wing, it feels kind of bad. I was going to pull out Blissey. Yes, there's a wall stall deck for that. Some of the people in my locals had seen the video I put out about it, and they made a comment about, like, I can't get the deck to work. I don't know what you're doing. I was like, deck's great. It's Blissey and friends. It's perfect. But it is a goofy deck. It's a pretty goofy one. Ghost Eye 70. Yeah, so 70 of the active feels kind of bad. We're in a position where we want a fighting on this Slither Wing to deal with this. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. But we can try. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to Ninja. We can also take care of the Okidogi, though. We could punch the Okidogi if we could get there. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll Energy Retrieval. We'll grab both of these. We'll Conceal Cards the Lightning so we can slot it back later. So Conceal Cards, pitch the Lightning. Draw 2. Shoes. And we have this so we can take a knockout on that. But we'll wait because we want to be able to Sada as more than just one card. Is kind of the hope. So we'll Shoes. It's fine, I guess. Stop. Roll the stop. That works. Earthen Vessel, pitch. We'll go these two. This feels fine to Sada here, actually, because then we can go Sadas. We'll attach this here. Draw 3. And then Earthen Vessel. Pitch the Lightning. Grab 2 more cards. And then we'll attach the fighting, or sorry, the fighting to the Bolt. And then we will Burning Turbulence. We're going to deal 90 to ourselves. That's kind of where it gets a little... That's why we kind of... That's why Night Stretcher is really important in the deck, because if you ever have to, like, pull something back out, you need to. So discarding the one Stretcher feels bad, but we had a Stretcher in hand. So it's, like, kind of a back and forth a little bit, it feels like. We just got to make sure to save the Stretcher for the Slither Wing if we need it. And if we're able to, save our second Charm. Iono hurts this deck a lot, so that feels kind of bad. So that's not great. Isaac, yo, what's up? What's up? How are you? We are playing Bolt in an online tournament. We're playing against Okidogi. And we're in an interesting spot. We need to make sure to prioritize this Slither Wing so it doesn't die. I kind of want to switch card out of this and try to punch this. Oh, man, that's a big bear. Let's see. We will Teal Dance. Okay, that doesn't feel too bad. We'll switch card out of this into this. We can take the knockout though, but I want to shuffle the deck up is kind of the important thing here, because the Iono does, so they put all kind of the pieces we wanted to the bottom, and I don't want them all to the bottom. So we'll take this. So we need, what, 5 energy, so we need to hit 350. And we're going to Retrieval for 1. No, that's not worth it. Retrievaling for 1 just feels bad. Alright, so we'll pitch these. We'll pitch both of these. I don't want to discard all 3 fighting. That feels really bad. So we take an extra prize card, though, because Luxurious Cape. So that feels good. We got him on the ropes. I think we're in a good spot. That's for sure. We're definitely in a pretty solid spot. Being able to take that big knockout, I think. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, definitely do so. Let me actually, like, grab it real quick. Like I said, super entertaining content creator as well. Always cooking up crazy control decks. I'm pretty sure this will work. It shouldn't flag me, but we'll see. There we go. Yeah, so you guys haven't checked out his stuff, definitely do so. Like I said, super nice guy. Make all kinds of cool content and stuff, which I think is pretty awesome. Energy Retrieval. We'll go this and Lightning. We'll Teal Dance. Draw a card. We'll Concealed Cards the Lightning because we can Retrieval again, which feels fine. So draw 2. And then we'll Shoes. We're kind of just digging. Trying to kind of give ourselves the best odds. We'll Sada. Go Lightning, go Fighting. Draw a bunch of cards. And then we haven't attached for turn, so we'll just attach this here. And then we'll Bellowing Thunder. We need 3. So this feels right. Like I said, the only thing we got to worry about is Mimikyu coming back. That's kind of a scary thing. I think you got in a good spot now that because they have attached to energy. Yeah. The only way they come back is if they have like energy stickers or something. It is open deck list, so I can see what he's cooking up here. And there's no energy stickers. No energy stickers. But Iono is kind of cruel. Iono's pretty rough. But yeah. Monkey Dory. We going for like the Mind Bend Confuse? Oh, I'm here. I'm here for it. Yes, please. I'm so here. I'm here for it. Okay. So we can kind of slow down a little bit. We'll draw. How many switch effects do I have? I have Prime and I have Switch Cart. Do I have Pal Pad still? Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. They can get more cards, that's fine. I want to see new cards. Perfect. Switch Cart. Into this. Retreat. Into this. And then we attach. And then we Bellowing Thunder for the game. GG's. GG's indeed. That was crazy. I was kind of worried about the Mimikyu because I saw that he played 2 in the list, and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with that. We'll have to see, though. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We didn't screenshot the victory, but I'm not too worried about it just because it's the judge. Like, we're playing the person who's running the event, so I'm not too worried about it. But good games, good games. So now I'm curious to see what the rest of like the standings and pairings and stuff look like. Let's see. Okay, so we got 1, 2. We got 3 Dango decks at the top. All of the Arceus Armarouge decks won in the first round, and I love to see that. It was on 2 different streams with all 3 judge watching. Perfect. Perfect. I love that. I love that. I didn't even know there was more than 1 judge, to be honest. I have no idea. I'm just a spectator, essentially. Well, not a spectator. I guess like I'm a competitor. CPU slow on 9. Oh, you're also a judge. That's pretty cool. Nice. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Something I actually wanted to do was I kind of wanted to be like to take the judge test or like the organizer test just for like local stuff. I think it'd be fun. Just to kind of have it. If I needed it for anything. But every time I take the judge test, I fail by 1 question, and I got like, when I say every time, twice, 2 times. It's not like I didn't take it 20 times or anything, but yeah, like just like goofy how I was like, it's fine, it's whatever. So I kind of just like wrote off ever being a judge in my head. I was like, nah, it's fine, like it's whatever. I don't care. I'll just be a competitor. It's fine. So that's kind of what it turned into. So that was pretty fun. Well, how much time do we got? We got 18 minutes. Yeah, we'll throw a game on the ladder. Why not? You don't need to actually know that to run events on here because we're using an automated system, so we're more like HR. Hey, don't be mean to Timmy. Kind of like that kind of thing, or more of just like, hey, you crashed in the first game. Not too big of a deal. Like, run it back. It's whatever. That kind of stuff. I'm just curious. Like I said, I've never really judged events. I think I could judge an event like online or even in person. I'm pretty confident that I could do it. It's just kind of more of like, I catch myself wanting to play more than I would want to judge most times. So Both. Fair enough. That's pretty cool, though. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad everybody's watching on all different kinds of streams. I think that's entertaining. It makes it fun. I feel like it makes it fun. We can kind of win here, right? So we can go Nest Ball. Ah, we need Squawk. Ogerpon's fine. We concealed cards. We need a lot off these 2 cards. We need a lot. We wanted Squawk. Okay. Teal Dance. 1 card, 1 time. Nope, that's not what we wanted either. All right, we'll go Charm. We'll attach the Lightning. I don't want to Burst Roar this hand because next turn I don't want to discard Pal Pad because that's really important in Bolt most times. And next turn I can go attach Fighting Energy to the active Bolt and then Energy Retrieval, grab the energy of the discard pile, conceal cards, draw 2 cards. So we're kind of in an interesting spot with that. So far, someone's site not working, so we have to do things for him, and someone's game crashed. Oof, that's not good. Mine crashed round 1. I ended up getting cooked because my opponent and I played for fun, but I did message Dr. Red, and I was like, hey, like, this crashed, you know, what do you want me to do? And he's like, oh, just go for, like, you know, run it back, whatever. But I, like, told my opponent, I was like, yeah, you just have the win. Like, it's fine. I don't care enough, like, to try to make a scene. I just kind of was like, hey, like, what do I do? What do you want me to do? And then we played for fun, and I got absolutely cooked anyway. So it didn't even matter. I also do love Future. I like Future Hands, and Future Box is pretty fun. And our opponent's playing Future Hands, and we like some Future Hands. So... yeah, Future's a pretty cool deck. I'm actually excited. I think Future Hands is a deck that I could see myself playing in the future. But no, in the future, yes. But I could see myself playing it. Like I could see myself playing it post rotation, I think. But I don't know. Like Future, like it's weird because like we're going into a meta where like Dragapult's really dominant. So I don't know. It's kind of tough. All right, well, Retrieval, we'll get that one back. I don't like doing it for 1. It feels kind of bad, but not a big deal. Another game crashes, always press the judge and talk it through with the judge and the opponent. Yeah, and like I kind of saw, like I didn't know what to do at first because I've never had it happen, so I looked at the details. Wasn't too big of a deal. Like I said, it all kind of worked out anyway. So it was like no harm, no foul, I feel like. And like I said, I'm not like a big stickler. It's not a big deal. And if you disagree, don't cut in when your opponent is talking to a judge. Let the judge talk. Oh yeah. Like don't interrupt. Yeah. When I went to a regional, actually, my opponent, I was trying to explain what happened to the judge, and this was at Louisville regionals, and I won't talk about who it was or anything or names or what round or anything like that. But my opponent, I was trying to talk about what was happening, and this is kind of an interesting story. The judge actually was like, "Oh no, like." You're the one that has to make the decision. And I was like, oh no, that's not how this works. Like, I kind of hate that actually. They're like, so it's your choice. And basically what had happened was they tried to rare candy into a Dragapult that was a Dracloak. And I was like, no, like you can't do that. I was like, you know, and she didn't have there was no other target. Like they didn't have any other target for the Dragapult, right? So I call a judge over. I'm like, hey, like, what do we do? Like, they tried to rare candy an invalid target. Like, does it go back to the hand? Does it go to the discard pile? Like, what happens, right? Ultimately, since it's an invalid target, it would go back into their hand. Fine. That's great. My opponent didn't know what would happen. I had told them that's what should happen. It'll probably just go back into your hand because it's an invalid target. Not a big deal. Well, we call the judge over to kind of clarify all this stuff, and the judge is like, oh, well, since it's an invalid target, it is actually up to you, and like tells me like you get to pick if you want their cards to go into their hand or into the discard pile. Now, mind you, I'm playing Quad Thorns into Dragapult, and it's like, that's like one of my worst matchups, and I won the first game, and we're in time almost in the second game. And I'm like, okay, well, and I even actively say out loud to the judge, I'm like, I actually don't like that. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that I should have control over that decision. I was like, I don't kind of like that ruling, actually. And I was like, I want to appeal. So a different judge comes over and then tells me the same thing that the first judge told me. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, this is obnoxious. I was like, well, the cards go in the discard pile then. Like, I'm over this, whatever. I don't care. Put them in the discard pile, right? And then they proceed to go like Recon Directive, Rare Candy Dragapult, take 2 prize cards, punch, knockout, win. And I'm like, okay, cool. So you had it anyway, which is great, cool. I don't care. It's just more of like the annoyance of factor, I feel like, of my opponent. Or sorry, more the annoyance part of my judge, like the judges just being complete goobs. But this happens too much and it's so annoying. Oh, I could only imagine. So we're in an interesting spot. We kind of don't really have anything. So here's what we'll do. We will switch card out of this into this because their hand's kind of bad. And I kind of want a Pokemon Catcher, and I want to pull up this Iron Crown. Perfect. We'll go this. Yeah, we'll discard a card. It's fine. We'll grab in a second Bolt. I wanted a second Ogerpon, but it's fine. And we'll just pass. I want it in the deck. So they placed it down on the table and said they were going to evolve. Yeah, pretty much, right? So they're like, rare candy from my Dracloak into the Dragapult. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to rare candy it. So the question was, what happens to the rare candy? And at this point, they've burned through 1 candy. And I'm like, this is kind of like, if they win this, it ties up the series. And we're in like round 4. And at this point, I'm like, I think I'm like 2-1 or something. So it's like, I still have a gun for day 2. Like, this is a terrible matchup. I won game 1. Like, game 1 took like 35 minutes. Like, game 2 is like a grinder. Like, we're back and forth. Like, I'm disrupting with Judge and crushing hammers and everything else. And I was like, what happens to the candy? I was like, and like, she had tried to play it. And I was like, oh, you don't need the rare candy. She's like, well, what happens to it? I was like, I'm pretty sure it goes back into your hand because it's an invalid target. I go, well, we can call a judge over just to make sure because I'm not too sure. Also, we are bricking. Oh my gosh, these top decks are awful. I was like, but I'm not too sure what would happen. I go, so why don't we just call a judge over? Not too big of a deal. And we'll go from there. And they're like, okay, sounds great. Sure. And then that's when both the judges were like, oh, Lloyd, it's actually your decision. You get to pick what happens with this rare candy. And I'm like, the first judge told me that. I'm like, no, I don't like that decision. I don't want to make that choice. And then I go, I actually appeal what you're telling me. So they pull a second judge over. And then they tell me the same thing. And I'm like, I don't like this. And they're like, well, it's your choice. And then they both just kind of sit there and stare at me for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, you don't get the rare candy. Like, I don't care. Like, it was just the frustrating part that the judges kind of put me in the spot like that because it makes me look out to be the bad guy when the judges are the one that's supposed to be making the decision, not the player. Because no matter what situation, the player is always going to make the best decision for them. And at that point, it still didn't matter because they went rare candy Dusknoir, double curse blast, knock out one of my Iron Thorns. And then they were like, the other one had damage on it. And then they were like, punch for 200, win the game. And then we don't finish game 3 because we had like, literally no time, actually. I'm pretty sure we actually had no time. So a little frustrating, but it's whatever. You live and you learn. It was a very interesting moment for me. And very like, just very odd in kind of what was going on. Also, we sacrificed the Bolt here because I actually want to be able to take knockouts. And I want to be able to flip the script. We'll pitch the Briar. We'll grab these. We will Teal Dance for 1. Into a shoe. Yeah, we'll keep this. We'll try to rip. We'll rip the Pokégear here soon, but I want to see if I can get a Sada. Okay, so we got Sada, which is good. So we'll go Bolt. We'll go Sada. We'll go Fighting Lightning. And then we'll attach the Lightning to the active spot. So Lightning here. And then I ideally can try to find Prime Catcher or Pokemon Catcher. But we'll have to see. I was also at Louisville. How awesome would it have been if we would have met? That'd been pretty cool. That'd have been pretty cool. I think my next regional, I'm maybe going to Milwaukee. I'm not too sure. I really want to try to go to New Orleans for NAIC. That would be really cool. That's kind of the big one for me next is like NAIC. Let's see. So we got another Bolt. We're kind of trying to find Pokemon Catchers or Prime Catchers. I think that's fine. We'll discard this. That's not what I want. Alright. Concealed cards. Draw 2. Into a Trekking Shoes. Discard the Bolt. Into a Pokestop. We will roll the Pokestop. Oh my god. Come on, I don't want to take the knockout on this thing. It's fine. Yeah. Great. I just like kind of feels bad to take a 1 prize knockout when I could have been taking a 2 prize knockout, but sadly I don't think we're going to a regional for a long while. That's all right. Well, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time. It's tough to go to regionals. It's tough to set aside the time. It's tough to get off work. It's tough to have the money for it sometimes. It's all kind of tough. I'm hoping I can finish this game before the round starts. Kind of worried. We got another Hands. Another Thorns. Or another Crown. Not Thorns. Jeez. So they're going to be able to, what is it, Twin Shottles 50 to 2 Pokemon? I guess unless you're trying to, like, find Jennies, right? Like, if you're trying to find generators, then I guess you're kind of in that spot, but... Oh, no, you just Crispin? But you only have 1. Yeah, you just Twin Shottles. Yep. And then I'm in a position where I can try to take another knockout, but then you amp for 3, you go to 1 prize. We should be fine. Oh, they're going to go Peak Acceleration here. Well, even if they amp this, it's not too big of a deal. We take this, we go to back on even prize cards, so then we're putting ourselves into a nice situation too. So we'll see. 140. If they amp, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that because it'll only put them to 3. But it will keep them off our Briar, which feels kind of bad that we could have Pal Pad back in to take a knockout with at some point in time. We don't want to Iono them. That's for sure. We will Sadas here, though. We'll attach a Grass and attach the Fighting here. Draw 2. We will go Energy Retrieval. Grab 2 Grass. We got to be careful because we don't want to deck ourselves. We do have Iono, though, and Pal Pad. I'm also kind of trying to play fast so we can finish before the next round starts. So let's just punch here and discard this. Actually, no. We'll discard these 2 because chances are they're probably going to take a knockout on this Bolt. So discarding the energy off the Bolt's better than discarding the energy on our bench. This puts us back on even prize cards. So now we're in a position where there's our Prime Catcher. It was prized. I didn't prize check this game either. So if they amp, it's fine because then we just next turn pull up the Bolt, Teal Dance, whatever, and then blow up. I've been real into a different TCG lately, so I think I'd be more likely to head out for a regional for that. Can I ask which TCG? I'm just curious. I played Magic the Gathering for quite some time. I tried Digimon for a little bit, but I played Magic for a while. And I still have a love for Magic. It's still there. I still like Magic the Gathering for what the game is. Just can't justify kind of spending all the money on it, unfortunately. Okay, so they amp, and I think this is possibly game. The Iono definitely does hurt pretty bad, I will say. So we got Charm. We'll Nest Ball first. We're just going to try to thin the deck because either we have it this turn or we don't. But we also have Flip the Script. How many Sadas are left? 2 Sadas. That's fine. We can roll this. Roll 2. We whiff on one of the Sadas, which does feel bad. Earthen Vessel. Pitch the Charm. Grab 2 energy. And that should lock up the game, I believe. Because then we just Teal Dance. And then we Bellowing Thunder for 4. GG's. Star Wars Unlimited is actually a really good local scene near me, and my friends are into it. That's awesome. That's awesome. My local game store also does some Star Wars Unlimited stuff. I'm not a big Star Wars person. I've never really been a big Star Wars person either. Like, I've never really been into, like, sci-fi stuff like Star Trek or Star Wars or stuff like that. Just never really been for me. Don't really know why. I've never been a big sci-fi person. We're also in Muse. That's kind of cool. Collect some points and then wait for the next round to start up. We're getting close. Getting close. Getting close. Checking out my dog. I heard she was like snoring behind me and I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? The guy in my locals who is best at the game by far has never watched any of the movies. That's too funny, actually. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, oh yeah, they just like don't watch any of the movies. It's fine. Like, that's just wild. Let's see. It's like when somebody's like really good at the One Piece trading card game, but they've never seen an episode of One Piece. It's like, oh, cool. You know, and a lot of those things can transition from card games to card games. Like, I know a lot of people that play the Pokemon trading card game, but they've like never watched the show, or they never seen a movie, or they never played the video games, or whatever, which I think is kind of interesting. You just like never run into these things, and it's like, oh, like what are the odds? Now, like, I don't even really know how the game works, really. I've seen some of the cards, but I don't know how the game plays. But I have heard good things. I've heard that people do enjoy it, and it seemed pretty cool. Do they do regionals for it? Like, is that a thing they're doing already? Because I know the game's still pretty new. So I don't know if maybe they're like, if they were still doing those, or if it's kind of like they're waiting for it, or, you know, what have you. So now, I'm trying to look at the standings here, seeing what we got cooking up, seeing what 1-1s we're going to potentially play against. I'm kind of looking for like a good matchup. Looking for like good matchups here. kind of what we're looking for. Not the Pidgeot control. We're not looking for any of that. We're looking for more like Dragapult decks. We're looking for things like our Troodon, like Charizard even would be fine. We're trying to avoid the Goldangos. We don't want the Dangos. I would even take something like, you know, like I said, any Dragapult deck really is kind of fine. It's pretty like 50-50 matchup. I would take like, I feel like even Arc Armarouge is kind of doable. I don't know, like, kind of looking for maybe some of those matchups. A Reggie-Droga, I don't even know if we have any of those. That deck's deader than a doornail, unfortunately. Which is kind of crazy. It's crazy that, like, the best deck in format just kind of completely fell off. Like, due to one card being a 30 HP little plant Badoo, completely just housed and shut down one of the best decks in the format. I think that's crazy to me. It's kind of mind-blowing, in my opinion. So now, all right, we got the next one here. Dragapult. It's a matchup I don't mind. It's pretty favorable. It's not too bad. Badoo is bestie. Badoo is pretty good. I will say Badoo is pretty good. Pretty solid. It's a good card. It's got a free retreat. But I don't like playing against Badoo. I don't like playing against it. I'm actually going to just stand up real quick because A, I need to stretch my legs, and B, it's getting super hot in here. So I got to open this window. Don't mind me, just, you know, not trying to roast or anything. Just cracking the window. I don't have a be right back screen made. I probably should make one, or even just like to cover up the like screen, but I just don't have one. All right, where is my opponent? There we go. We go challenge our opponent. Like I said, kind of one of the weird things that I don't like about it is like you have to like add your opponent as a friend, and then you have to kind of play, and it's like, oh, okay, sure. Not too big of a deal, just kind of like, I don't know. I think there's definitely a better way you could do it, I feel like. But maybe not. I don't know. Do I want to go first? I don't want them to go first. But I kind of... But, like, attacking first is kind of nice. We don't want to get Badooed either. I'm going to say yeah. I actually think going first isn't bad in this matchup because I don't want to get Badooed on my next turn. So I want to try to, like, churn through the deck as much as possible if they start Badoo. And I also don't want them to be able to evolve as quickly. And in their list, because like I said, it's open list, there's no TM Evo. So they'll be a turn behind on knocking, or being able to do to evolve. So that's pretty good. So we'll go first. We can wait on the turn one attack, because most of the time we're probably just going to knock out like a one prize. Yeah, see, and they start Badoo. So now I got to kind of try to turn through the deck as like much as I can now to try to stop them from being able to item lock me for a majority of the game. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're just going to Earthen Vessel. We're just going to pitch some cards here. Grab some of these. We will start the Teal dancing. Attach. Draw. We will Teal dance. Draw. I can even try to Pokemon Catcher into this. But I kind of want to hold on to it. I don't know if that's a good plan. Okay, so we can actually Night Stretcher here. for the Ninja, which I feel like is pretty good. And then we can go Ninja, concealed cards, discard the fighting, because I don't want all 3 of my lightning energy in the discard pile. So we are whiffing Bolt. We have no way to find Bolt. And if we find a Sada, we can't do anything with it. So we're going to play the Pokégear now. We're kind of hoping to hit Iono, to be honest, on that. We can still conceal cards, which feels pretty good. We'll just pass. There's no reason to overcommit to too much stuff. I think that was a pretty solid first turn. We were able to kind of turn through the deck a little bit, get some energy in the discard pile, start concealed cards. Like I said, the hard part about this is like that Badoo really does make Raging Bolt kind of tough. So we'll see. That Itchy Pollen attack's pretty tough. Especially because like we have so much. Oh, they discard the Sparkling Crystal. That's huge. That's huge. It makes it so their Dragapult costs 1 less to attack. That's insane. So, huge discard on that half. That was pretty insane. Earthen Vessel, pitch, draw, get 2. I actually don't know if I would have pitched the Vacuum, to be honest. I think I'd have kept the Vacuum. Because like, if you keep the Vacuum, you can kind of put yourself in this situation where like you can remove my Bravery Charms, which is like one of the best cards for me in this matchup, I think. So I don't know. Okay, so we're item locked, so we can't use any of our items. But we can still Pokestop to try to thin. So we'll conceal cards. We're trying to find like a Bolt. Honestly, like a Bolt would be insane right now. Yeah, we'll roll the stop. That's fine. It's actually pretty good for us. And they have the fire in hand, right? So they can just retreat back out of whatever I pull up. So we actually wait. We wait for them to commit the energy to the board, and then we boss up like the Rotom or something to try to buy us a turn, maybe. You're very good at explaining your thought processes on your plays and matchups. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of Pokemon. But I know sometimes everybody might not understand why I'm doing what I'm doing in the moment. I've actually had moments when playing in person where I catch myself like almost talking out loud of what I want to do, and I'm like, no, you gotta be quiet. You're not making a video. You're not streaming. You gotta stop talking. Okay, so this is actually kind of bad for us. We can't get a Bolt, but if they retreat and they take 2 prizes, it's not a big deal because we're not gonna be item locked, so we can definitely guarantee ourselves Bolt next turn with Ultra Ball. If they take a knockout on this Ogerpon, which they can because Itchy Pollen hit for 10. So we could have commit the Bravery Charm to the Bolt, to the Ogerpon. But if we commit the Charm to the Ogerpon, then they might just, like I said, they might not even go for the Dragapult play this turn. I think going for the Dragapult play this turn on their behalf is really greedy. You only have 1 draw engine set up. You have Instant Charge Rotom, but that ends your turn, which means you're not attacking, which means you're not taking prize cards. You have no Duskull set up. You're going to take 2 prizes, which is great, but you're opening yourself for a situation where I can just kind of blow up your board here pretty soon if I can kind of piece together all of it. So we'll have to see. Switch card off of this is probably pretty good, right? Cool. Okay. So we'll Ultra Ball, pitch this first off. Do I pitch the Pokemon Catcher? I don't pitch the Charm, and I definitely don't pitch the... I think it has to be this. Well, how many energy retrievals do I have? I can pitch Superior and be okay, right? Yeah, we can pitch Superior and be fine. Alright, we'll go Bolt. If we can find our way into Fezandipiti, that'd be like super cool too. But we'll have to see. So first off, we will Shoes. I don't even know what I discard. Do I still have Pal Pad? If I have Pal Pad, okay. If I have Pal Pad, I can discard Boss. Nah, I'm gonna get greedy. We're gonna keep rolling. Double Bolt's fine. We'll commit the Charm to 1 Bolt. We're attacking this turn. There's no way we're not going to attack this turn. So we'll stop. Oh, the Sada feels bad. How many Sadas is that? That's just one. Okay. So we'll grab the Fezandipiti, because then we can flip the script. We're trying to, like, optimize our chances of finding Sadas at this point. We'll go Nest Ball. We'll go Ogerpon. We can go Energy Retrieval here, get Double Grass to... Or, sorry, not Double Grass. One of the two energies to be able to kind of Teal Dance and start going here. We also have access to concealed cards, too, which is pretty big. But let's just commit to a Teal Dance first. I can't believe I haven't found a Sada. It's kind of insane. Pitch the Bolt. Get Double Grass. There's one Sada, which means I prize 2 Sadas, right? Yeah, we prize 2 Sadas. Okay, this is pretty not great odds right here. Teal Dance. We need to find the Sada. Gear? Sure. I've literally, there's like, that's crazy. Shoes. No, we need Sada. We're gonna end up decking ourselves, I think. Discard. Come on. One time. One time. Please, for the one time. Draw 2. Oh my gosh. Shoe. Okay. Are you kidding me? This is obnoxious. This is ridiculous, actually. That's insane. I can't believe we whiffed that hard. Yeah, we'll commit to this, I guess. We can punch for 180. We can Iono. We can kind of disrupt with the Dracloak. Plus the Iono feels kind of good. Pokemon Catcher. I think literally us whiffing on Sada so much kind of lost us the game, to be honest. We'll go switch cards into this. We'll Prime Catcher, pull up your Dracloak, put this back up, and we will Myriad Leaf Shower and punch for 120. I feel like that's fine. Okay, so we're on odd prizes, which feels awful. I know it sounds super strange, but if it's a real issue, you could try wearing a mask when you play in person. It's not super bad. Sometimes I just catch myself, like, almost gonna say it, or I kind of, like, feel myself gonna do it. I think we actually are cooked this game. I think I could have mapped it differently and tried to get myself better odds for Pokégear, but at 11 cards, I felt like it was pretty high to hit the Sada. It just happened to be in the bottom, 4 cards. So now we're in this weird situation where we need to Pal Pad and put a bunch of stuff back. And we have Iono that we got to time almost perfectly, plus the Sada. If we prize Pal Pad, which I can't remember, if we did, we are absolutely cooked. And then there's just no way to win this because we'll end up decking ourselves. Because Sada is the only way to attach the energy and draw to actually win. They're going to take a knockout here on this. So they're going to go to 2 prizes. This feels so bad. Whiffing that Sada really kind of put a damper. And we like Pokestop the 1 Sada too. Prizing 2 Sadas, plus we Pokestop the first one. So we have to commit to the 4th Sada that's just existing. And unfortunately, I just don't know if we're going to have it. Like I said, we kind of need to... We have to time this right, I think. And if I think we can time it right, I think we're fine. If you win it out, you can still bubble in. Oh, yeah. We're going to try. And if not, we're playing for fun. So we get Sada. I don't know if Pal Pad's in there. And I have to KO this Dragapult this turn. And I have to hope he doesn't have boss. Sada. This. Pal Pad. We're cooked. Unfortunate. I can't remember if I had Pal Pad in the deck or not, but I think I prized it. So I prized 2 Sadas plus Pal Pad. I feel so bad. Unfortunate, man. That's kind of insane. He had Master left, but I have no way to save myself from decking out though. So I drew my deck out with Sada, and I have no Pal Pad, so I can't put anything back in the deck. So if I go to Teal Dance and do a bunch of stuff, I can't take 5 prizes in a turn. So then he just kind of passes back, and I just lose because I deck out. Unfortunately. Not too big of a deal. That's kind of insane. I've been having not great luck with this deck. I went 3-1 yesterday at locals though, so I mean, hey. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and like I said, like 2 Sada's prize plus Pal Pad. Like if Pal Pad's not prized and it's in the bottom 3, then we're fine. I think we actually can win that, because then they don't counter knockout and we pull up. We can kind of like overcommit to an Ogerpon maybe, and then commit to Briar on Rotom, take 3 and win. See, I don't even know. I don't even think it would have mattered, actually. I don't even know if it would have mattered. But we're going to finish the tournament out anyway. Not too big of a deal. Soluble Karai, yeah, it's tough stuff out here. Sad days. Bolt not getting it done. Not getting it done. But we're not going to be discouraged. We're Bolt streaming. That's what we're doing. We are Bolt streaming. We're going to hang out here in the bottom elos. I went 1-2 at the last locals. Oh yeah, your hour drive. You did tell me about that. The hour drive to locals after seeing 2 horrible matchups. Yeah, and it just that's just Pokemon. The crazy part is like that's actually a really good matchup for Bolt. You just can't start double Ogerpon, whiff on Bolt, get item locked for a turn or 2, plus like whiff on Sada, mill a Sada, prize, all that stuff. So just kind of unfortunate. This hand's not any better though. Yeah, we'll attach here Squawk and Seas, I guess. Discarding the Pal Pad feels bad, right? But what can you do? We'll concealed cards. Bolt, Pawn, Teal Dance, commit, Pokestop, cool. Shoes, no. Sure. Pokestop, that's not bad. Earthen Vessel. We'll pitch, and we'll discard the Fezandipiti, and then we'll take these 2. And pass. Yeah. Cool. I started my day by getting donked. What a day. Still had a blast. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, you win some, you lose some. Like, it's not that big of a deal. The important thing that I've come to learn is, like, how you act in defeat is more important than how you act when you win. So, not too big of a deal. I am curious to see how the other Bolt player's doing, though. 2-0. Cooked Ancient Box, cooked our Trulodon, playing against Dragapult Dusknoir. Hey, sometimes other Bolt players just get it. Some other Bolt players are just cooking. Because there was 2 of us in the tournament, so. I like to see the Arc Armarouge out here just, like, kind of chilling. Kind of here for that, though. Arc Armarouge is a deck that I'm really sad to see go. Like, I really enjoyed that deck a lot. I thought that deck was really fun. There's so many decks that I'm just going to miss. Like, I love the Lost Box decks. I love I like Lugia V-Star. I like the Radiant Greninja and the Radiant Pokemon. I think they're really fun. I don't know, like Stall is one that's gonna go that I'm really upset to see. There's just so many cards that I'm kind of bummed to see go. The guy in round 3, I learned we both started playing Yu-Gi-Oh at the same time, or at the same store, then got budgeted out, which led to us playing Pokemon at a separate store an hour away from the other. That's crazy. Yeah, like that's kind of what happened to me with Magic. Actually, is I just couldn't afford to keep up with it. I really enjoyed playing like competitive standard and stuff like that, and just couldn't keep up with the game, unfortunately. And I was like, well, this kind of stinks. So not too big of a deal though. Kind of happens. I never tried my hand at Yu-Gi-Oh. I collected the cards as a kid. But never knew how to play or anything. Watched the TV show too. I loved the TV show. Actually, it's funny enough, I probably would say I've watched the Yu-Gi-Oh TV show maybe as much as I've watched the Pokemon TV show, and I've never played Pokemon. Small World, or I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh. I play Pokemon a lot. Small World, yeah, it is a small world. That's crazy. All right, Sada. We should have Ultra Balled first. We are trolling. Actually trolling. But it's fine. Because we can just motivate. It's not a big deal. Right? Yeah. Cool. Motivate. Bonk. Sure. We'll put the energy to the... We'll put the energy to the bolt. It's fine. It's whatever. A large portion of my store's Magic players came to Star Wars. That's crazy. Yeah, Magic's still a good game. I still like Magic. If I were to ever pick up playing a second card game, I don't know. It'd either be Digimon or it'd be Magic. It's tough. I don't think I'd pick up the One Piece game. I'm just not a big Star Wars person. I don't know if I'd even try my hand at it. Maybe. I probably would never play Lorcana, I don't think. I don't know. Just don't. The only way I would ever recommend Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Time Wizard format, stable retro formats. Yeah. Like, I feel like that would be cool. Like, the kind of like what the show was, like OG stuff, I thought was really fun. But now it's just like turn 0, blow your opponent up, and just like kind of insane. It's kind of insane where it's at. I feel like it's crazy. We're also having better luck with our hands in ranked ladder than we are in a tournament. So this might seal up my opinion on playing Bolt post rotation, though. I think. Rare candy under the Hydropple. Interesting. The Syrup Storm. Post rotate, I'm playing Walls and Blissey. That's it. I like I said, I put out a video about Blissey Walls, and it's pretty fun. I don't know. I've been trying to play Walls, and I think it's a cool deck. I think it's fun. Just not sure what I want to do. I don't know. I'm going to a pretty big 3K tournament at the end of March, and I'm really trying to figure out what deck I want to play. Like, I'm really struggling figuring out what deck I want to play, what post-rotation deck I'm really looking forward to. And I've kind of just been catching myself playing Raging Bolt a lot, but it's like, I don't like it. Also, I think we're just getting knocked out, right? We just, like, KO'd with this Hydropple. You need to wait until the meta slows down post-rotation. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, my gosh, he hit 240. That's rough. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough to try to test post-rotation. Especially with the format being as fast as it is right now with all the V-Stars and stuff. I'm trying to just get my handle on kind of, like, what deck I would want to even play. Like, I just have, like, no drive for, like, any deck, I feel like. I feel like I'm kind of just, like, floating in the wind. Oh, we want the Sada, though. feel like I'm just kind of like floating in the wind on what deck to play, and I'm just kind of like lost. I'm like, I don't know. Something. We'll play something. It'll be a deck with 60 cards in it, I'm sure, and that'll be that. We'll go Nest Ball. We'll grab an Ogerpon. We wanted Fezandipiti, but it's knocked out or in the discard pile. No. I think we're knocking out this Hydropple, right? Like, there's just no way we don't. We switch cards into this. We have Knockout, but I don't think I want Knockout like this. Also in a situation where I hope I can finish the round in time, or this game in time before next round. I guess Bolt's pretty good post-rotation. It's supposed to be. I don't, like I said, I still don't know if it's a deck I would want to play post-rotation, though. Like, after jamming this game for a week, I kind of just catch myself, like, you have turns like this where it's like, wow, look at all this energy in play. We're able to, like, explode the board. Like, ooh, Bravery Charm. Like, we have all these pieces. But then, like, you get into this weird spot where it's like last game, right? Like, you prize all kinds of stuff. You, like, you prize all kinds of stuff. You, like, whiff on cards you need when you need them. And it's like, Bolt is so linear in what it's trying to do that if, like, you try to lean off of that any one way, you're just cooked and you can't do anything about it. That's how I felt when I joined Louisville. I wasn't a major fan of the meta at the point, and Walls was still very iffy, so I just joined with Guardy because I like the Pokemon. Yeah, and, like, and that's the other thing, too, is, like, I was thinking, like, maybe Cerulege Iron Hands post-rotation. I thought it would be kind of fun. I'm not a big fan of, like, the Terra Box deck that Tord played. I'm not a huge fan of N's Toolbox or whatever. Like, I think it's a fine deck. Like, it's okay. But, like, I just don't think it's, like, a great deck. I don't think it's a deck that I'd see myself playing all the time. So, I don't know. Like, I don't really like playing Charizard. I've never liked it. I've never liked playing Charizard. Like I said, I'm kind of finding myself in this weird spot with Bolt. I don't know. There's a lot of decks that I do like to play. Like, I've really been enjoying playing Espathra EX for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I have been. But Dusknoir just destroys that deck entirely, which feels bad. So that one's been pretty fun. It's tough. It really is. It's kind of like this weird. We're in this weird dynamic, right? And I don't really know. Like, I thought maybe try and pitch out control, try my hand at that. We'll see. We'll see. Got some time to figure out what deck I want to play post-rotation. So, right now we're just playing Pokemon. Kind of seeing what kind of deck I want to kind of... What kind of deck idea I would say I would like to play post-rotation. Because the crazy part for me is, like, all the decks that I've played pretty consistently rotate. I've played Lost Tina when Path to the Peak was in. I played that and I earned like 350 championship points off that deck alone. So, like, played that deck to the end of time. And then played like Single Strike Lugia. I've played this version of Lugia. Of course, you have Jamming Tower. And it's like, I'm kind of in this weird spot where I'm like, man, I don't really know what to play, because like all like Snorlax Stall's leaving, Lost Box is leaving, Lugia is leaving. I've played Regidrogo for a bit, that's rotating. Lugia, like all these decks that I've played are kind of Arceus decks are rotating. I played Arctina for a bit, Arc Armourouge for a bit, so it's been kind of like exciting in a way to kind of learn what decks to play going forward. Also, this Hydropple deck just kind of like cooks Bolt. I feel like this is ridiculous. Nest Ball for a second Bolt. Shoe. I actually don't need that right now. We do need that though. We can discard this. We'll go Teal Dance. All right. 7, hit the Sada. Sada. We know we have a fighting in the deck, right? I think that's what it was. Concealed cards. Is it literally the last card? See, this is why I'm like, are you kidding me with Bolt right now? Like, see, now I'm just stuck, right? Like, we need the fighting energy off of that to even be able to attack this turn, and we just kind of whiff. So, feels kind of bad. Ugh, feels bad. All right, we need new music. Here we go. Put this one on, start it over, because for whatever reason it's not at the beginning. All right, take out a mortgage and play max rarity Cynthia. Yeah, I'll just sell my car. I'll sell my paid off car, and that's what I'll do. I'll just be like, hey, play Cynthia, max rarity. That's what we're going to do. Sorry, friend. It's okay. Bolt's just, it's a tough deck. It's weird. It's kind of like in this spot where it's really powerful, but it's so linear, and you kind of got to draw the cards in the right order. And it's a deck that I really want to like, and it's a deck that I've really been trying to figure out on how it navigates, and like the best, trying to get my best odds to draw the card I need when I need it. And it's kind of like, it's tough, but that's okay. Not too big of a deal. We're going to run it back in this tournament here, and we're going to try to make the best out of this tournament run. That's the goal. The best out of the tournament run. You don't need 2 kidneys. You don't need 2 kidneys. You definitely don't need 2 kidneys. I want the cards so bad, and the playmat looks so awesome. Yeah, they look great. I just think Pokemon just does art different. I just don't know what it is. Pokemon just does art different sometimes, I feel like. Also, I don't know if you guys listen to any like different like podcasts and stuff, but I was listening to the Lake of Rage podcast. And I was listening to some older episodes just kind of like while doing chores and stuff, because I'm pretty up to date on like a lot of the podcast, and some of the other ones that I listen to too, or as well. And it was funny because Kevin Clementi, the host of Lake of Rage, was talking about how he catches himself just playing Bolt just to play Pokemon, and he's like, I hate the deck. He's like, it's so boring, and I just think it's so funny. All right, we're playing against Venomoth Frostlass. Interesting. Remove this person as a friend, because I don't know who it is. If I know who they are, I've at least talked to them. They could be a friend. If I don't, you're not a friend. I hate how the mat will have to be imported from Japan. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that too. Like, that's very interesting why they're kind of making that happen. Like why they're making things come from Japan. I don't know why. Like, I really don't understand the reasoning behind it, I guess. All right, we're waiting for our opponent to check in. So the way this works, for those who don't know, I can actually show you guys. So the way it works is if they don't check in, I can kind of explain how the tournament stuff works. So you have like a tournament where you kind of see, let me move myself down here. There we go. So you can kind of like see like your win-loss record and like your matchups and like who they played and stuff. And then you have like your timer, like who you are, your like login name or whatever, pairing, standing schedule, your profile, you can see all that stuff. And then they click on the round, and then you have to check into your round, which I think is kind of cool. So you check into the round, and then when you check in, you have to wait for your opponent to check in too. And if your opponent doesn't check in by the time this timer hits 0, you get an automatic win. I don't like to win games like this. It feels kind of bad when you do. Just because like I'd rather just play Pokemon. I'd rather just play the game. But I understand too. And then if it's open deck list, you kind of scroll down and you can see your opponent's open deck list. Some tournaments have open deck lists, some don't, which I think is still pretty cool. Then you just put like game 1, win or loss, and then if it's top cut, it'll have 3, like game 1, game 2, game 3. And then you just kind of click those as you go through. And then this is kind of where you can, you know, type messages to your opponent. You have your request judge button and stuff. And then you can kind of like even go back and look at like older tournaments. So a lot of these like, you can see like I played stall like religiously for such a long time, which is still pretty fun. So like, kind of interesting how they have all this stuff set up. And I like the system they have. I think it's pretty cool. Resisting the urge to say hi in the chat. That's fair. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, you mean like in this chat for me? Or do you mean like you're resisting the urge to say hi somewhere else? Or is this just you? But yeah, so now like I said, we kind of just sit here and wait for our opponent and go from there. In that chat, yeah. Hey, I know what you're playing against. Yeah, because you're a judge, so you can kind of just hop into all different kinds of chats. Well, if our opponent doesn't show up and we get an automatic W, that's fine. We'll just play games on ladder until the next round. Not too big of a deal. I'm judged so I can pop in. Yeah. You can just kind of like pop in to like, can you just pop into like anybody's game and just like start typing away and be like, hey, like, what's up? What's going on? Like, can you do that? I've never, like I said, I've never judged any online tournament before how that stuff works, so I don't really know. The belly bolt Pepe hands. If you guys haven't seen like the full set of emotes, they kind of circle behind me, but I'll send them all in one big chat just cause. Any of them. That's kind of cool though. I guess it makes sense if you're a judge and you need to be able to like answer any table. It's interesting though. And like, of course, like the request judge button, you probably get like a ping or like a notification of like, hey, you know, this table needs XYZ or whatever. I can hop on your chat and say you suck and then mark you as the loser. Okay, well, don't do that because I kind of want the dubs. But that is kind of funny. Yeah, and then I can't overrule you because you're just the judge. That's crazy. Check-in time's over, so we automatically get the dub. Unfortunately, kind of wanted to play, but we still get to play Pokemon. So, 2-2. But we're going to play a different game. Or, different game. We're going to play a different deck. Sorry. We're going to play Dango. Just because. We have time. We have 30 minutes to chill. It's fine. There's a tab where you can... There's a tab where you just chill, and it will give you a pop-up when someone clicks on a judge. Oh, that's kind of cool. Just kind of like pops up and it's like, oh, like, hey, judge. This is another deck I thought about playing post-rotation is Goldengo, just because you get to draw like a million cards with this deck. So that feels pretty fun. Badoo kind of makes it tough, but I don't know. I played against a deck earlier that I played literally 2 Badoos, and I didn't feel like any pressure with the Badoo, and they even tried to... like late game Badoo me, and it didn't even matter. Starting Monkey Dory kind of stinks though. This is the Xander, Pero, and like Rahul Reddy and John Ang and Isaiah Bradner list that they played to EUIC. So this is the list that I'm playing for. This is the list I like that I'm playing now. Then we had Odessa with the belly bolt Pepe hands. Actually, I'm curious. I want to make sure the emotes are sliding through. I had like a weird thing where it kind of like yelled at me and said that some of them weren't popping through. Like the image files were gone or whatever. Poldango is my worst nightmare because it hard beats walls. Yeah, Poldango is a deck that I was really hoping wasn't real, and I thought it was fake, and I was hoping it was just like this meme gimmick. But it's real and it's good. And being able to, who'd have thought, being able to go coin bonus for 2, coin bonus for 1, coin bonus for 1, And then Recon Directive, look at the top 2, pick a card. Recon Directive, look at the top 2. And get to see 15 cards in an entire turn would be good. Who'd have thought? And then plus, like, Cypher Maniac's code breaking to put whatever you want to the top. Like, kind of insane. Kind of insane how much that happens. All right, we're going to go Buddy Buddy Poff in here. We'll circle up through 3. Gimme Ghouls. Odessa with another 5 gifted subs going out to Mr. Nev, Woozy, Brooks, Blazing, Michael Flory, and Midnight Gren VGC. Thank you so much, Odessa. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Can we get some Woobat love in the chat for Odessa? Or just some hearts even in the chat as well. Just gotta send her some love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So we can go... So this is tough. We can guarantee something next turn, right? So we go pitch this. We go double here. We go attach. Cypher Maniacs. Next turn, we put Goldango to the top. And then we go Cypher Maniacs to the top. No. We go... Energy Search Pro to the top. Yeah, that's fine. You already used 4 Steel Stones, so getting rid of it doesn't even matter. 10 smackers from Purple and Fox for a huge super chat. Who knew this tournament was win a pack, have a couple on me. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's deeply appreciated. Can we get some love in the chat for Purple and Fox as well? Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. That's huge. That's wild. Actually, Yummers, that's it. Getting that sweet rare candy membership right next to your name. Absolutely insane. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are too kind to me. You're too sweet. You guys are the best chat. Any YouTuber, any content creator doesn't have the best chat because I have the best chat. We got the Woobat love and the GG emotes flowing in. And we got our opponent throwing dinos everywhere trying to mill us, which I feel like actually is kind of bad on our behalf because we're going to draw literally our entire deck. That's the hope. We're going to try to draw the entire deck. Oh, I can heart the, like, super chats and stuff. That's so cool. I can even reply to a comment. That's insane. I didn't know I could do all that. YouTube streaming so interesting. So interesting and so different. All right, so we know what's at the top because we're going to retreat into the Dango. And we know when we go to coin bonus, draw 1 is going to be Cypher Maniac's code breaking. Or no, sorry, it was Energy Search Pro. That's right, Energy Search Pro. So we'll go Energy Search Pro. We will grab 1 of every type of energy and put them into our hand. And then we will Pokégear. Cypher Maniac's code breaking is pretty big. We can save that for next turn, I feel like. Actually, no, play it now is probably fine, right? So we can go put a Dango at the top, put a Cypher Maniac's code breaking at the top. And then we will go Make It Rain. We need to discard 4 to take a knockout on this. Perfect. Perfect. So we're taking 2. We're up 4 to 6, which feels pretty good. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are all too kind. Too kind with the super chat we got going on. We have tons of gifted members flying around here. Tons of gifted subs. Everybody's just... You're all too great. Too kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. My heart is filled with joy and love. And my stomach filled with squeeze lemonade. Circle. It says classic lemonade, but I'm very convinced that it's still cough syrup because I don't know if you guys have tried these, but the squeeze lemonade tastes like cough syrup. Not bad cough syrup, but does have a hint of cough syrup taste. What are they? Okay, so you Crispin? Our hand's kind of bad, too. Well, no, because we Cypher Maniac stuff to the top. So we're going to be able to draw into a bunch of cards. We have Ninja, so we can discard that. Discard some more, draw some more cards. We're kind of in a position, though, where we need, like, Superior Energy Retrieval. Or just Energy Retrieval in general. Hee hee, icky, cough syrup water. It's not super bad. It's still good. It's good. It's just, it's like lemon with, like, a hint of cough syrup. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. Also, this Obsidian's going to hurt really bad. They're going to take 3 prizes because they're going to hit all these for 130. So that feels awful. We kind of stumbled on trying to get set up a little bit. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah, so it's 130 to the active and then 2 to the bench. So, okay, not too big of a deal. Let's see. Got another Dango, which we knew we were going to draw. We got the Ninja. We'll attach the metal to this. I kind of should have attached the dark, but I'm going to try to just one-shot this thing. I think's the plan here. So we'll do this, draw 2, into the Cypher Maniac's code breaking. We still have coin bonus. We'll Hisuian Heavy Ball. We'll grab ourselves our Fezandipiti off the prizes. We'll have Flip the Script, plus Cypher Maniacs. We'll use Cypher Maniacs first, so we can put Pokestop to the top, and then we're going to put Superior Energy Retrieval to the bottom. Now, ideally, this would be better if I didn't have to draw 2 cards, but I wanted to guarantee at least one of them, so I feel like that's fine. We'll Pokestop, try to hit a second one. Not great. Nest Ball plus Ultra Ball. Not super good. We'll go Nest Ball. We'll get the Iron Bundle on the bench, so we can disrupt a little more. We'll flip the script. We're just trying to draw more pieces to get energy. We're going to be short on this, I think, right? So we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to go here. Pitch Nest Ball, pitch Arven's probably fine. And we'll put these 4 back in our hand because we're only going to hit for 250. And if they put up the Pidgeot, then we're short there too. Crashing Headbutt, they take a 2 prize. So here's what we'll do. We'll vacuum. We'll pitch this. We'll remove the counter gain. I'm going to Hyper Blower, and we're just going to hope that they don't put up Pidgeot. If they put up Pidgeot, this is a terrible play. If they don't put up Pidgeot and they just give us something else, it's fine. That's okay. We're kind of hoping for like Fez or Luminium or like Duskull, but this is fine too. Pitch 2, take the knockout, puts us on odd prizes, which feels kind of bad. But I don't want Hisuian Heavy Ball. That's one of my favorite things. You use Hisuian Heavy Ball to get something off your prize cards. It replaces it, and then you get it back off your prizes. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Ugh. So now the question is, Crashing Headbutt, unless they search for an energy. If they quick search for an energy, oh, they just win. They just win, right? Because you just attach, you go Obsidian, and then you go 130, 130. Yeah, GG's. Yep. So you Obsidian, you hit the active for 130. And then you kind of punish that. Man, that was tough. Tough stuff. Been kind of getting some unlucky starts today. That's all right. All right, let's take a look at our tournament here. We got cooking up. 18 minutes left. Ooh, we're back in Shaman League, though. Feels bad. All right, I'll run it back with Dango one more time. Have you ever thought about doing a shiny hunting stream in the video game? I have not. In order for me to do that, I would have to unhook my Switch from my television and then hook it to my my monitor, which I could do. I don't know. I don't really shiny hunt too much. Fun fact, I've actually never once in my entire life playing Pokemon, and I've played a lot of Pokemon games. I used to do hardcore Nuzlocke. I used to just do normal Nuzlocke. I played competitive VGC for a bit back in like 2016, 2017. I've played every new Pokemon game when it comes out, except Legends Arceus, because I don't like that game. Hot take, I know. But like, I never once have found a shiny Pokemon. I've never one time gotten a full odds shiny ever. So I definitely something I could do in the future. I don't know what I would do it on. It would have to be a game that there's a shiny I would want to hunt in. I think would be something that I would have to like chase for sure. I've been thinking about maybe kind of doing like some Pokemon VGC content or kind of dabbling in it a little bit. Still focus primarily on like the Pokemon trading card game, but dabble in some other stuff. Have you ever heard of budget build battles format? Yeah, actually I have. Because a couple times, Triple BT, what is it? Triple B TCG, I think is his name. Him and I have had like a couple conversations before in the past, just about like content and just like chit-chatting about Pokemon. So I have heard of it. I haven't tried it though. Wild Work, Sword and Shield, Mega Raid. Yeah, probably a good way. I have a shiny Noibat. I love him. Like I said, I've never gotten a shiny. Something I would love to do. Also, we're playing against Control? Because that's not fun. I can Refrigerator Stream. That's something this deck can do, I guess. Let's see. We can also just Mind Bend, too. We'll grab the Monkey Dory. And we'll attach. And we'll pass. Yeah, I have never caught a shiny Pokemon. I think the only shiny thing I've ever had happen in the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, there is the like shiny red Gyarados, so I've gotten that a couple times, but that's it. You should join the NA event this week. I'll be there likely. Yeah, I'd have to like build a deck and stuff too. Do you know what date is off the top of your head? Because I think it's like what you get 2 basics to start with, and then if you play 1 stage 1 or 2 stage 1s, he put a video out about it. I'd watched it, like having like my morning coffee or something. I had watched it, but I can't remember. All right, what is our opponent playing? Crispin cooking? I don't understand. We don't play Canceling Cologne. What is happening? We're playing all the terrible matchups. This is awful. We'll go Town Store. We'll go TM Evo, I guess. We'll put down Fezandipiti. No, wait, no, we're trolling. Because if he knocks it out, it doesn't matter, right? Wait. Once during a turn, if Pokemon was knocked out. Okay, no, we can still flip the script. We're fine. We can still flip the script. We're chilling. What are we even worried about? We're chilling. Cypher Maniacs. Put this to the top. Yeah. This. And we'll go Energy Search Pro, Pokestop, then Energy Search Pro, and then we'll coin bonus for 1. Because I kind of want to TM Evo this turn. Pokestop. Cool. Energy Search Pro. Use it. Get 1 of each of these. Perfect. Put all these in my hand. We're playing the rainbow. Perfect. we need to attach this energy here. And then we need to use evolution on the Goldengo. Perfect. Perfect. 2-0-0, 3-2-0, and then 4-2-2. Okay, that's what I remember. Yeah. That's what I remember. I had to cook up a deck. I could also just like net deck something and just like pick something that looks fun. Yeah, I've never played it though. I've never played it. What time would that be for me? It's 8:30 EST. Oh, EST. I'm EST. That's my time zone. I'm in EST. Great. Friday at 8:30. Maybe I could. Maybe I'd try it out. Where do you know a good place to find like some deck lists or maybe some ideas of where to look? I guess I could always just look at like past tournament results, but I feel like that's kind of like net decking in a way, which feels kind of bad. It feels kind of bad to do it like that, I think. Yeah, I've never tried the format though, but it looks super fun. Like it looks super cool. I think it's a super cool idea. The Ogerpon. Dude. I hate this. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. We just lose, right? I don't know what to do. This matchup is like just unwinnable, isn't it? Hold on. Let me look. Let me look at the deck. Let me look. Do I have an out to an Ogerpon? I have no canceling Cologne because I don't play one. Monkey Dory has an ability. So does Iron Bundle. So we can use Gimme Ghoul to attack for 3 energy for tackle. That's what we could do. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this here. We're gonna coin bonus. Perfect. We're gonna coin bonus. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna concealed cards. We're gonna discard this energy. We're gonna draw 2. And we're gonna Mind Bend for 60. Plus it's confused. It's not because missed energy. Chat, I think we're just cooked. I think we're cooked. I don't think there's anything we can do. What are these crazy matchups today? This is insane. I've had a couple streams like this before where I just hit some crazy matchups and I'm like, what the heck is going on? But this one's tough. We're hitting all kinds of goofy things here. I'm here for it, honestly. A, it makes it fun. And B, it makes super fun content. So we punch for 70, so we can Adrena Brain. We'll move 3 off of this thing. We need to start setting up our Gimme Ghoul so we can attack into an Ogerpon. We still live. No, we don't. We get knocked out. 70. This is crazy. Crazy judge calls today, not gonna lie. It's been a day. Honestly, it's been a day for Pokemon. Today has just been a day. And I've known that, like the Pokevital A. No, the A-Spec that nobody plays. Heal 150 damage from one of your Pokemon. No shot. That's yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh man. Yeah, we're just cooked. I'm not. You can just have the dub. It's fine. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so like I've just gotten to a point with sometimes playing Pokemon, especially on the online client or even in online tournaments, sometimes you're just going to get the craziest stuff. You're going to hit all the bad matchups. I was telling my one buddy this last night at Locals. Pretty fun story. So I was off work. I had nothing to do. I was chilling at home. It was a weekend. My girlfriend was working on like whatever project. She was busy. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play some TCG live. We're gonna put some music on, and we're just gonna grind games. Like, we're gonna play serious. I better make sure to change back to Bolt before I forget. Anyway, yes, we're grinding games. I'm playing like crazy, and I'm just like, all right, we're gonna test. I'm trying to figure it out, and I get on the ladder, and I'm playing like stall, and I'm like, all right, cool. And at this time, I wasn't playing any Temple of Sinnoh to counter Lugia, because Lugia was like kind of dead in the water, because like Iron Thorns is pretty popular at the moment. Murata made a bit of a resurgence, and some of the other bad matchups it had was kind of pushing Lugia down. So Lugia kind of was just not really around. And I was playing stall, no Temple of Sinnoh, and I hit a Lugia, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So we try to kind of squeak out a win. We don't get there, sure. And then I'm like, all right, let's try another one. I play another game with stall, hit another Lugia deck, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, this is insane. Completely lose that one, whatever. I'm like, all right, if these Lugia players are just everywhere, we're just going to play Quad Thorns. Like, it's fine. Now, if anybody has played Quad Thorns, you know its worst matchups are Dragapult and Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt is doable. It is possible. But if they get a little lucky on their Crushing Hammers, or they get a little lucky maybe on finding energies or like penny pickup stuff, it gets really difficult. It gets hard. So I'm playing Thorns, and I hit a Bolt, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm like trying, I'm hitting tails on all my Crushing Hammers. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, okay. So I played another game with Thorns. I'm like, we're going to run it back. Not a big deal. And I hit Dragapult. And I'm like, at this time, like, Dragapult was still like really new to the scene. It wasn't the deck it is today. It was kind of like, if you played Dragapult, it was like you were playing it in Regidrogo most of the time. Like Dragapult Iron Thorns kinda was a thing, but not really. So it just turned into this like like whatever deck I was playing, I just hit my bad matchups. And the story ends after this one last game. So I've played stall and I've played Thorns, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. We're gonna play Arc Armor Rouge, because at the time I was like, man, I love Arc Armor Rouge. I want to try it out. I was sleeving it up to play it at my locals that following week. And now, if anybody knows, Arceus is weak to fighting, and I play against a Greninja EX deck with Frostlass and Monkey Dory. That's the deck I played against. Not Palkia with like a 101 line of Greninja and a rare candy, like Palkia Dusknoir used to play 1 Froakie, 1 Greninja EX. No. I'm talking Frostlass, Freezing Shroud, put damage counters, plus Monkey Dory with the Dark Energy, Greninja EX, and that's what I played against. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I picked this ridiculous rogue deck and played against an even more ridiculous rogue deck. And at the time, this was like before they fixed the ranked ladder. So it used to not be like 550. It used to take forever to get to Arceus League. And it was like, whatever it was, like 1,620 SR you had to get. And I was in like Mew. Like, I'm pretty like up there. So playing like these rogue decks like at that kind of level was kind of not common. And like, that was kind of reminding me of today, where I'm just like, man, no matter what deck I'm playing, I'm just getting countered left and right, which is kind of crazy. But before the next round starts, I am gonna take a quick break, just kind of get up, stretch my legs, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't have a Be Right Back stream, but I did this last time, and I thought it was pretty fun. So Belly Bolt will hang out here with my hat, and I'll be back. We have returned. Good job, Belly Bolt. You did your job. Chair camera activated. That's exactly it. Divine Intervention. Belly Bolt, I want one. I believe I got it at Walmart. It's like $40 or something like that, I think. There was also a Fuecoco one, but for those that don't know, I'm not a big, like, Fuecoco fan. Like, it's fine. But, like, I picked Sprigatito because I thought Meowscarada was super cool. But yeah, chair camera activated. It's definitely, I want to get like a Be Right Back screen, or I've seen people like get like almost like a sign, and it kind of is like pinned to the top, like right here where the box is. It's like pinned here, and then has like a little string, and then it's like a Be Right Back, and it kind of covers majority of the screen, and then the person just like mutes their mic and, you know, is kind of able to go walk away and do whatever. I just haven't done it yet. And I thought the Belly Bolt thing was just goofy and fun. And I did it last time, and I was like, this is fun. Yep, so chair stream activated with Belly Bolt with my hat, just hanging out. So we're waiting for the next round to start here. And then, yeah. Just kind of waiting for the next one to start. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Ah, yes, Gym Leader Akai. Perfect. I've also had a handful of conversations with Gym Leader Akai. We are already friends. No need to add me. Smiley face. I don't particularly like any of the Gen A starters. Sprigatito was the only one that I thought looked cool. In the sense of like, oh, it's cute. It's this little grass cat. And then Meowscarada I thought was kind of interesting with the whole like, that was Gen 9. Yeah, Gen 8 is Sobble, Scorbunny, and Grookey. So, but yeah, so Gym Leader Akai and I actually played in the first round of the last Control Players Unite tournament, which I thought was kind of cool. So, hopefully they're there. We got to get the Belly Bolt stickers rolling. I saw that, Jab, you posted a thing in the Mega Blitz Pokecove Discord with Belly Bolt going 2-2. I love it. Love it, love it. Grookey's cool. Grookey. That's it. All right. We will now send our good friend Gym Leader Akai. I was writing that before you said that, Jeff. That's too funny. Literally just learned how to play Pokemon. Let's see what you got. Well, today, let me tell you, Dirty-Tailed Fox, today has been a day. Today has been a day for me for Pokemon. We've hit some pretty bad matchups. We've had some pretty bad prizing against us, and we aren't here for the W's today. We're here to have fun and laugh and giggle because you know what? Sometimes that's what Pokemon gives us. And but I will try to show you what I got, and I will try to show you the best of my abilities. But that's awesome that you just learned how to play Pokemon, though. That's awesome. What do you think of the game so far? And yeah, like, what do you think? I don't know. I've been playing Pokemon for a long time, so I like to hear other people's thoughts. All right, so we're playing against TMS Cornerstone with the Ogerpon deck. I'll go second. Great minds think alike. That's what they say. That's it. That's what they say. LOL already then. Yeah, it's just been a goofy fun day. We just played in a tournament, throwing cards, just laughing and having a good time. That was the goal today, and that's what we got going on. All right, our opponent did mulligan twice. I should make a Grookey emote. You definitely could. For those that don't know, actually, Odessa does make the emotes. So all the emotes that you see in chat, except the GG one, was made by another friend of mine. His name is Scath. He made the GG one. But all the other ones were made by Odessa, and she also makes the rare candies next to everybody's name, which will progressively change for each month of your channel subscription for only 99 cents a month. So you get exclusive emotes and photo status updates, prior reply to comments, and a couple other exclusive perks as well. But yeah, Grookey emote would be pretty cool. We're kind of... Odessa and I have kind of taken a break on figuring out what emote we wanted to do. We were kind of trying to think of maybe a hype emote or something. We couldn't figure it out. So we kind of took a break. And YouTube has this weird thing where you can only have a certain amount of emotes based on how many channel members you have and based on, like, your... I think it's just that. I think it's based on how many memberships you have to the channel. I think. I'm not too sure. 13.5 play a ton of Hearthstone and Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't. This game seems like you have access to your entire deck. I think they should place limits on certain cards like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon is very fast-paced, I will say. Not like Turn Zero fast-paced or anything. I could see Pokemon maybe doing like a limitation sort of thing maybe in the future. We'll have to see. I've played a decent bit of Hearthstone. At least a couple times. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I can see them doing that. Let's see here. Okay, so our opponent's Teal danced a couple times. Energy switched, move some things around. We'll throw down a stop here. We will Earthen Vessel, pitch the grass to get... Okay, so we prized a fighting. We've prized... We've prized a Nest Ball, I think. No, we didn't prize a Nest Ball, sorry. We've prized... Okay, not too much. We should be fine. Should be fine. Okay. So we'll conceal cards. And we know there's more lightning in the deck than fighting, so we'll discard the lightning because we have a higher odds to find lightning over fighting. Because we prize one fighting energy. So we have like one card better chance, I guess. We'll go shoes. Okay, so there's a grass. So taking the Ogerpon here feels fine. Because we can go Ogerpon. We can go Retrieval. We can just take the one. And the reason I did that is because I don't want to use the Night Stretcher because I might need it later. So we'll go Teal Dance for one. Hit the Bravery Charm. We need Pokégear off this. Shoes works. Shoe. Does Nest Ball work? Did we prize Squawk? I didn't check. We're gonna hope we didn't prize Squawk. Perfect. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attach the charm. We'll attach this. We'll go Prime Catcher. Pull up the Ogerpon into this. So we can switch card out of it. So we're gonna be discarding our hand, so it's not gonna matter. And then we're gonna Squawk and Seize, discard our hand, and try to blow up this Ogerpon. That's the hope. We're trying to blow up the Ogerpon. So we'll go Nest Ball first, thin the deck a little more, get the Raging Bolt, attach the Charm, Earthen Vessel, pitch the Pokestop, get 2 energies. We'll What do I have in the discard pile? Okay, so I have that there. We will discard this other fighting with the Ultra Ball to then thin the deck one more card. So discard both of these to get an Ogerpon. We won't bench the Ogerpon. We'll choose. It doesn't matter. We don't need it, I don't think. Because if we find Sada, we're fine. Okay, so now we go here. Night Stretcher. Into this. Teal Dance. Draw a card. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the reason why I don't know if I'm going to play Bolt. I have 20 cards left in deck. There's no Sada to be found. We play 4, and I can't find a single Sada. So we're going to go down to 14 cards in deck, and we finally find a Sada. So over half my deck was discarded, and I couldn't find the one card I needed to be able to take a knockout on this Ogerpon. Just feels bad. All right, I got a lot of chat to catch up on. Like, one boss should be limited to 1. You might like Gym Leader Challenge. Definitely check that out. Gym Leader Challenge is a pretty cool format in Pokemon. Currently 6-1 though, so not doing too terrible. Perfect. Love to see it. Love to see it. The more games you get under your belt, the better you're going to get, the more fun you're going to have, and the kind of more understanding you'll get of the game too. Also coming from Yu-Gi-Oh, I see how you feel about Pokemon. Pokemon's availability of cards is an important feature where Yu-Gi-Oh, the unavailability of cards is a large portion of how the game turns and goes. Yeah, they should limit how many cards you can play a turn, maybe. You're just reinventing Pokemon. True, the amount of cards you're allowed to play in TCG are a large aspect of what Pokemon TCG is. Pokemon TCG is like very kind of based on that too. Definitely, if you like the idea of only having a limited amount of cards you can play in your deck, genuinely check out Gym Leader Challenge. Tricky Jim is another big YouTuber, actually probably the biggest Pokemon TCG YouTuber. You might have even heard of him actually. But he invented a format called Gym Leader Challenge. And what it is you essentially have a 60 card deck, but you can only play 1 copy of every card in the deck except basic energy. And you see all these big Pokemon we got here, like these big EXs and this Radiant Greninja. Those aren't allowed. You can't play those cards. So essentially, sorry, that's my alarm. You can't play those cards. So essentially, you kind of have access to a lot of cool things with it, and it kind of opens up to very unique deck building. So if you like that kind of idea of a deck, you might like it. You might genuinely enjoy. You might genuinely enjoy Gym Leader Challenge. I've played it a couple times, and it is really, really fun. I've had a really great time playing Gym Leader Challenge. All right, so attach the fighting energy here. We can blow up this Ogerpon with 210. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go like this. We'll go here, here, and here for 210. All right. Where do you play that at? Unfortunately, it's not on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live client. Just because of what the format is. It's kind of older. I don't know if maybe you are familiar with Commander and Magic the Gathering. Very similar to how that kind of format plays. Just instead of with 100 cards, it's 60. And there's not one card that your deck is based off of. Instead, in Gym Leader Challenge, the idea is that you're a gym leader. So your deck is only one type of Pokemon. So for instance, the deck that I'm playing right now, we have Dragon type Pokemon with Raging Bolt, Grass Pokemon, normal Pokemon. You got a Water type Pokemon as well. Those aren't things that are in your Gym Leader Challenge. You have one type of Pokemon. So you're either playing a Water deck or you're playing a Fire deck. And it's all Fire type Pokemon or things like that. Which is a pretty cool way to start. If you're somebody to play for something that's similar, I'd try to check out Triple B format. It's much smaller format, but still a fun idea. And it's kind of similar to how Gym Leader Challenge is too, and you're limited to the amount of cards you can use. You can go to Triple B TCG. He's another YouTuber as well. Let me grab the links for both of these, actually. It'd probably be really easy for me to just... Let me see here. Tricky Gym. We'll grab his channel here for you. So, Tricky Jim is going to be the guy for Gym Leader Challenge stuff. He has a video about that. About just playing Gym Leader Challenge and playing that kind of thing. And then Triple B is a YouTuber, pretty small, bigger than me, but small still, in comparison to Tricky Jim, but came up with this really cool format idea. And it's pretty fun. So here's his channel as well. So there's both of those. Oops, I don't think the 3 is supposed to be there. Hold on. Stand by. There we go. And can I delete this? I can remove that one. Cool. Sick. All right, back to the game real quick because I got to focus up. We'll go Energy Retrieval. We will go and grab both of these. Feel fine. We will switch cart into this. We'll Teal Dance. Double Sada. We only got 1 energy though. We'll conceal cards this. And then we can Sada. Yeah. And then we'll Sada. We'll go Lightning here. Grass there. Okay, so we got to do more. So we need to discard these, this, and we need what? 8? We need 4, because we need to do 280. Perfect. Okay. He's based out of Australia, so it can be hard to catch his streams, but it's fun when you can. Yeah, you can always really rewatch the VOD too. But yeah, Triple B is based out of Australia. Andrew Mahone is based out of Akron, Ohio. So he's like EST time. But yeah. You got them saved, check them out later. Perfect. Yeah, like I said, pretty cool way to play Pokemon. I've actually been... Jab here actually had told me... My dog is deciding to shake everywhere. Jab actually had told me about the Budget Battle tournament. And I'm thinking maybe I'll cook up a deck for it and maybe play on this Friday. Maybe stream it or something. Play in that tournament. Like I said, I've never played it before. I don't know how the format really works. So I'll have to probably do a little bit of research. Maybe a little bit of deck cooking. But nonetheless, so definitely, if you like that idea of kind of having those limitations, definitely check that out. It's definitely a very interesting way to play Pokemon. So I think we just got it, right? Yeah, because we just go like this, and then we just Bellowing Thunder. Cool. GG's. I always like to say a nice, good-hearted message to my opponent after I play them in a tournament. Always just, hey, good game, good luck in your next round. If they kind of got a little bit of a bad luck, I'm like, oh, sorry, man, sucks. People don't really like it when you're like, people don't like it when you don't say anything sometimes. So I always just try to, at least heartfelt message always kind of just, I don't know, brightens up my day, so I try to brighten up other people's day too by doing that. So, the deck we played against, he calls it Mardi Gras. Still working out how to play it. You're welcome. I love the name. Very unique and different. You'll figure out how to... I'm trying to think of another to kind of further talk about that those two different formats. 30-tailed fox is so Gym Leader Challenge is a little harder to play on TCG Live. I actually don't even know if it's possible to play Gym Leader Challenge on TCG Live. I don't know, but I know that the budget battles format is able to be played on TCG Live because that's where all the tournaments are held, especially because Triple B is based in Australia, but that's where a lot of the tournaments are held. So that one you'd be able to, and a lot of the cards are going to be super cheap too. Just use Twin Leaf. Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't used that too much either. Maybe with a friend you can. The reason you can't with Gym Leader Challenge is because the cards aren't on TCG Live, because the format goes from black and white era to current standard format. So how many rounds are there? There are 6 rounds total. I'm definitely out of top cut. More than likely, I think only 4-1-1 might get in, maybe 1 if breakers kind of work out funny. 4-2 is like probably unlikely. But we're going to try to finish strong one last round here and try to finish strong. So that's the hope. So we're 3-2. Going to try to finish strong with the Raging Bolt Ogerpon deck. Like I said, we'll see. The other Raging Bolt player unfortunately hit some pretty bad matchups. Lost to Dragapult Dusknoir. Good matchup, but also lost. It's tough. And then lost to Quad Stall, which that's a hard matchup for Bolt. That's like borderline almost unwinnable for Stall, actually. Actually show you guys here what the standings are kind of looking like. We got Goldango in first, cooking it up. Actually, they might not even be in first. No, they're in first. They're 5-0, so they're locked in. But we got Goldango, Cloth Terapagos, Dragapult. We got Stall. See, I was going to play Stall. Arc Armourouge, still cooking. I love it. Dragapult Dusknoir. We got our Troodon. Got a Gardevoir, Dragapult Thorns, Gardevoir, Dragapult Pidgeot, Goldango. And then our Dragapult Dusknoir. Pidgeot Control. This was our round 1 opponent. And this Filthy Person was our round 2 opponent. And then we got, let's see, another Gardevoir, Stall, Raging Bolt, Zoroark, Miraidon, Pidgeot. Got Dr. Red cooking down here with Okidogi. If you're interested in the Triple B format, I would be willing to help you out. I play it every time I can. Absolutely, man. Yeah, like maybe we'll get together like in my Discord or something in the Mega Blitz Poke Cove. I think I kind of like that name. I kind of had some help with it, but I think the name was a lot better than Mega Blitz's Cave. I think Mega Blitz's Poke Cove sounds a lot cooler. So definitely maybe have to ping you or something on there and kind of go from there. I think that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, so one more round and then probably end the stream after the tournaments. But it's been good. It's been a good one. All right, I got to check on the music here. Let's take a peek. There we go. Do you go to any League Cups and challenges? I do. I try to go to them as often as I can. Where I live, I have a local game store. It's about 5 minutes from me. So I try to go to all the challenges and cups that go on there, and just kind of like every weekly tournament, really. I try to as well. Got a couple other stores around me. I got, let me think. I got 2 or 3 stores that hold cups and challenges about 40 minutes from me. I've gone to a couple of them, and I Have another store. It's about an hour away that I've gone to a couple before, but I do try to go to cups and challenges. I have like a championship play. Like I've won a cup before. I've won multiple challenges. Last season, when it was only 600 points to go for Worlds, I ended up earning like 350 championship points or something. I attended regionals. I went to Indianapolis and both Louisville. So yeah, I'm going to a pretty big 3K cash like tournament at the end of March as well. You brought Blocklax and you won. I gotta find this tournament. I gotta look at that list. Slide this over. We gotta look at this. We gotta look at that list. All right, tournaments online. Let's see here. We need the past completed. Triple B. Where's the 3K? Akron, Ohio. It's actually at Full Grip Games, which is where Tricky Jim is, and like Andrew Mahone and all them. So that's where I'll be chugging along, hiking over. Jab, if you don't mind, I'm very interested in that deck list. If you want to can you just like put it in somewhere in the Mega Blitz Poke Cove Discord? That'd be pretty cool. I'd really appreciate that. I've never played at a cup. I've played part or full on 22 different Triple B events. Oops. Never actually been to a cup. They're fun. They are fun. They can be a bit of a grinder, a bit of a day. They're a marathon, not a sprint. Kind of like a regional. You're playing 9 rounds of Pokemon, right? So it's a marathon. You're playing all day. So you need water. My big 3 things I always tell everybody to bring. Obviously, besides like your sleeves, your deck box, your deck, your playmat, all that stuff. Which, if you haven't seen that video, I made a video, 7 products all Pokemon TCG players need to have. I'm serious. You pretty much have to have these, especially when it comes to the dice and the sleeves part of that video. If you don't know those 2 things, definitely watch that video and check it out, because like DQ equivalent can happen kind of thing. So anyway, 3 things. Snack, any sort of like meds. So for me, I can get a pretty upset stomach sometimes, so I try to bring like Tums. I try to bring Pepto or something, or ibuprofen. Make sure you got some of that stuff. So like I said, snacks, peanuts or whatever, cereal bars, granola bars, fruit, something like that. Tylenol, ibuprofen, stuff to kind of help if you need it. And then water, like water or drinks, like maybe a soda and then the rest is water. Like, you got to stay hydrated. I'm serious. It gets hot in there. You got thousands of people shoved in this room. Because now you got to think, when you go to a regional, not only do you have the Pokemon TCG gamers stinking it up in there, but we also got the Pokemon VGC gamers in there. You got the Pokemon Go players in there. And then you got all the spectators. And then you got all the pop-up shops in there, and then you got the casters, and you got the stage, and like, you have so many people shoved into this big convention hall room, and it gets hot. So those are like my 3 big things. I mean, I've been to a regional, so I assume it's close enough. It's pretty close. It's a marathon. It's long because you're playing best of 3 Pokemon, right? So it's like a cup is usually best of 1, 30 minutes till top cut. Regionals, you're playing best of 3, 9 rounds the whole day. And then, like, you start at, like, whatever, right? Like, cups. Like, if you've been to a regional and you've done all 9 rounds, you'll be fine. But, like, if you've never been to a regional or a cup, it kind of gets tough. All right, we got a last round here. Last round opponent coming in. We're playing against the Dango. It's a tough matchup for us. The Dango's a tough one. The Dango's a tough matchup for the Bolt. I've been to regionals, not cup. Yeah, so like cups it's just like a slim down. It's like, it's like bigger than a challenge, smaller than a regional, but it's not like super big. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain it because it depends on how many people are there too. I've been to cups where we have 7 Swiss rounds and then it's cut the top 8. But I've also been to cups where it's just like 4 rounds and you're done. There's no top cut. 3 rounds and you're done, no top cut. So kind of depends. All right. If our opponent doesn't show up, we'll play like 1 round or something on the rank ladder, and then we'll call the stream if our opponent doesn't show up. But if they do, then we'll play that, and then I'll end the stream after that. Jab, I see you sent me the list. Thank you. Ooh, that's spicy. I can get behind this list. I can get behind it. I love me some stall. I love me some stall. So our opponent still has not checked in yet. Oh, never mind. They have. Has a bug where you can't click on check in. Okay. Gotcha. All right, cool. So we're in. Thank you for... Oh. Expired. Oh. What is going on? It's not letting me, It's not letting me add him as a... Okay, there it goes. That was weird. Okay. So. Goldengo. Tough matchup. It's going to be hard to navigate this. They got the Badoo. Oh, they're playing the clone. See, I should be playing the clone in my list, but I'm not because I'm a goober. All right. Let's see here. Okay, this is not a terrible starting hand. It's fine. The list was not made by me. The majority of it was contributions from several other players. 3 of us joined with the same list, but I was the only one able to make it the long run. I love it, though. I love me some stall. I feel like after playing Control for so long, I've gotten really bad at being able to play, like, not Control decks. Which is kind of like a weird thing to say out loud, but, like, I catch myself, like, really overthinking aggro decks sometimes and just being like, no, this isn't the play. You gotta have this play. And it's like, you don't need to do that all the time. It doesn't gotta be this big convoluted thing. So, the host hates Control, and he really hates those that don't do anything or don't have a win con. So we just wanted to make him mad. Oh, I mean, if people just hate Control, like, I don't really even care. People, like, my locals were not big fans of me playing stall, but I ended up winning with stall, like, 3 or 4 tournaments in a row, and then, like, back-to-back league challenges, even though I was getting countered, because I knew what they were going to do. Because they were like, oh, we'll just play Petron. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to play, like, 2 Klefki in my deck. So then you can't Petron and pull anything up, and I'm just going to, like, mill you of all your switch effects, right? So, because, like, that's the thing is, like, don't have a win con. You have a win con. Decking your opponent. That's your win con. That's a normal way to win a Pokemon game. Like, it's fine. Literally, I almost lost a game because I decked myself, you know? So, I don't know. They do stuff, and they have win cons. I see why you would have wanted to do that, because I think I would have done the same thing, because I'm a big Control lover. I was in VC with several opponents when they were tilted. We are buds, so no hate taken. Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, there's no hate taken either. Like, not even from me, right? Like, I mean, I don't care. It's just like I know how people can be when it comes to Control decks. People, like, either you love them or you hate them, or you just are like, whatever. A deck's a deck. Who cares? Like, it's fine. So, like, it's kind of like I get it. It's tough. All right, so Evolution, they're gonna come down. They're gonna get double Dango here. So here's what I'm thinking. Pokemon Catcher, try to pull up a Dango first, depending on what our top deck is. Pokestop, that's kind of huge. So we'll go Pokestop. We'll roll the Pokestop. Okay. Let's see here. If we can hit Sada. Who am I kidding? We never get to hit Sada. We never ever hit Sada. Lightning there. Do I really take a knockout on this Radiant Greninja? Feels kind of bad. Alright, we'll go here. We'll attach. They're just going to draw out of it, so it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get more cards at this point, I feel like. This. And I went first, right? Did I go first? Am I just tweet? Yeah, okay, I did go first. That's what I thought. All right, we'll put the charm on here. Oh, see, I could... All right, we'll go Ninja here. I don't want to blow this Prime Catcher yet. So we'll retreat out of this, into this, and then we'll Bellowing Thunder, pitch 2. Feels bad. We're kind of in a weird spot now where our hands garbage. We're only taking 1 prize card, so we're on odd prizes. And our prize card is Ogerpon, which we don't need either. So if they take a knockout, we can flip the script. We have Pokestop, so we'll have to see. Are you playing Raging Bolt after rotation? I almost doubt it. I need to be back and forth. I've been very back and forth. After today, I almost doubt it. I think Raging Bolt's a fine deck for what it is. I think it's a great intro deck to a lot of new players. This is not a deck that I enjoy playing. And I don't want to say not enjoy playing. I do enjoy playing the deck. I think it's a fun deck. But as far as competitive goes, I will not see myself playing this deck at a competitive level. And the reason for that is because literally earlier today, we had 11 cards in deck, Pokégear, whiff, and then we just lose because we prize 2 Sadas and whiff on a deck, right? Literally last round against Gym Leader Akai, I had 20 cards left in deck and saw no Professor Sada's Vitality, and then had to burst roar to find Sadas. And it's I play 4, and all 4 were in the deck, right? So just the deck is so reliant on Professor Sada's Vitality, and sometimes it just feels like you can't get there, and it feels like this deck is very brick heavy sometimes, which feels very bad. Surge Rise, how's the match going? It's going okay. We've been kind of having some tough ones. You might have actually just caught what I've been talking about with Raging Bolt. Kind of trying to figure out what I want to play post-rotation. Thought maybe Bolt might be it. I've been kind of playing Bolt for the last week. Just don't know if it's the deck for me. Don't know if it's a deck I really see myself playing. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. I would like to try to finish 4-2, but if we go 3-3, we broke even, and that's usually my goal, is always try to break even. So we'll go Ultra Ball here. We're going to pitch these. Full Gripper's 6 hours away, so I don't think I'm heading down there. It's about an hour and a half-ish drive, 2-hour drive for me. My buddy and I are going, so it's kind of like we're going to carpool there. All right, we're going to go Bolt. Flip the script. We need to see some cards. Sure. Yeah, we'll conceal cards. We need to see more cards, a lot of cards. But 3K. It is 3K cash tournament. That's the thing. Energy Retrieval. This plus this. Actually, yeah, this is fine. Okay, these. Shoes. Yeah, sure. It's fine. Because we're getting energy into play. I ain't winning that. I don't know, maybe. That's a lot of schmackers. It is a lot of schmackers. A lot of money. LOL, but what if? That is, but what if? What if? What if indeed? Can I please, for the love of God, find a Sada's Vitality? This is the reason why I don't think I'm going to play Raging Bolt. I've gone through literally half of my deck, and there's no Sada. None. I have no Sadas. All 4 are in my deck. All 4. And I can't find a Sada. It's so bad. This, I don't know. It's so weird. It's tough. It's I can roll this, try to Pokégear, I guess. No, we mill a Sada. We get Spirit Energy Retrieval. We get Shoes. Okay. We've already double Teal Dance. Trekking Shoes. No. Pokégear. 1 time. Okay, team. We have 20 cards in deck. There's 3 Sadas. Literally 20 cards in deck plus 3 Sada. That's actually like egregious. That's insane to me that I'm whiffing that badly. That's so like, that's unreal. Unreal bad luck, man. I don't even know. Yeah. We don't even need to burst roar. It's fine. Oh man. My locals is doing a 1500 cup that I might head to. That's fair. That's fair though. Exams are stressful and I don't want another stressor right now. Hey, I did not go to college and part of me is glad, part of me is not glad. But the thing I always tell college students, because those that don't know, I'm 25. So kind of like would be post grad of college. The thing I always like to tell people is like once it's done, you're done. You know what I mean? You just got to kind of push and power through. It's exhausting and it's tiring, but once you're done, you're done. That's great. You know? You should definitely do that one though. I agree. Oh, that's so fair. I'm in college right now, so I get that. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry you've been whiffing all night. It's been all night and it's been kind of ridiculous. Bolt is definitely a deck I'm not playing in the future. This deck is ridiculous. It's the only deck I have sleeved in this book bag right now, and it's about to be not that. Not that. I want to quit. Don't quit. Just push through. Power through. You know, if you're a senior, you're graduating in May, right? So you have like 2 months, finish your senior comp, your classes, C's get degrees. It's tough, but just got to push, you know, and then you're done and you don't have to worry about it anymore. You're done. You got 2 months and you're done. Done. And that's going to be perfect. Also, Surge Rise, I don't know if you had heard my answer earlier, but it's going okay. Just, we learned Bolt's not the deck we're going to play, and the deck's kind of, well, there's a reason Andrew Mahone, a.k.a. Tricky Jim, called it Raging Bulk. And that's why it got the name Raging Bulk. Because here we are, getting cooked by Goldango with Raging Bulk. And a bunch of debt. But you're going to have this really cool degree. So that's pretty cool. Huh? That's pretty cool. All right. And Iono could come back, right? And Iono could get us there, but we have to Sada this turn. We're just going to play to our odds. We're going to play to our outs. We need to find cards as much as possible right now. So we're going to conceal cards. We need to find Pal Pad. Yay, a piece of paper. Hey, I got a piece of paper. It's called a high school diploma. All right. Here. Pitch the Raging Bolt. Grab these. All right, our opponent just got it. It's fine. We prize Pal Pad. Like, we're playing to odds, but it's whatever. That'll be a really pretty piece of paper. You're going to want to hold on to that one. You're going to want to hold on to that. It's going to be pretty important. To answer anybody and everybody's question when I'm playing post-rotation, the answer is not Raging Bolt. That's the answer. Not Raging Bolt. Good game. There we go. Always find a way to get the free college is my advice. That's it. You got to find a way to get the free college. If you can, and the hard part is like, I feel like college is never going to be fully free. But if you can kind of like go to a college that's like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 that most people are going to walk out with, and you're walking out with like 25 grand, 20 grand, whatever. Or if you're even going to like, I don't know, some big college, right, for like $150,000, and you're able to walk away with like 50,000 or 75,000, it's pretty good, I think. It's pretty good deal, because they got to get their money too, you know? They got to get their money too. A very expensive piece of special paper. That's it. That's exactly it. A very expensive piece of special paper. All right, we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn off this. Unsleeve Raging Bolt now. It needs retire. Yeah, it's done. It's done. I'm like, it's done. It's just, it's not it. It's just not it. All right, one more game on the ranked ladder with Raging Bolt, and then we're done. One game on the ranked ladder with Raging Bolt, and it's retired. It's literally going to be retired forever. This deck will be retired forever. I want to end with a win with this deck first, so that I don't have this salty taste in my mouth. I think I will continue to have a salty taste in my mouth, but... and that's fine. But I don't want to end on a loss. You're crazy. One game with this handful of spicy and sweet peanuts. And it's against Dragapult, our worst matchup. We love that. All right, here we go. Earthen Vessel, pitch this. We're cooking. I love TCG Live. Look at these bugs, man. Can't even grab the grass energy. It's fine. All right, pitch this. Get these. Shoe. Yeah, we'll take the charm. Put the charm on this. We'll squawk and seize. Discard. Draw 6. Okay, okay. Attach. Pass. This is the last game I'm playing with Raging Bolt. Here, I'll even prove it to you guys. Right now, in my box, in my bag, this is the only deck I got sleeved. And I was going to play it to a League Challenge originally. This is my Gym Leader Challenge deck in here. This is a deck list I filled out for Raging Bolt. This is the list. Okay? This is the list I had filled out. I can even prove it to you. Right here, with my god-awful handwriting. For those that don't know, I took 7 years of writing classes in school. I have awful handwriting. My signature's nice, though. Raging Bolt EX. Okay? Only deck in my whole box, in my whole bag. This is Raging Bolt. Slither Wing. Ogerpon. Bolt. We're going to unsleeve it. Right now. So you enjoy the ASMR of me unsleeving Raging Bulk. Because this deck is donezo, my friends. This deck is donezo. Never again. No wonder why Andrew Mahone called this Raging Bulk. No wonder why Azul will never touch the deck with a 10-foot pole. No wonder. The most dramatic unsleeving. It's a party! God, this hand! Like, what am I supposed to do with this hand? I have to Burst Roar. Attach. I want to save the bolt in the active spot. Burst Roar. Burst Roar. I gotta pick these up because I don't want my dog chewing on them. But it's done. Done so. Ugh, you're so salty. I'm over this deck. This deck is awful. Like, this is so bad. Like, when you play a deck and your odds are so high, and it's like, all right, we have 16 cards in deck, 4 Sadas. We're looking at the top 7. That means there's 9 cards. So you're telling me all 4 of my Sadas are in the bottom, like, 7 cards or whatever of my deck. Like, get out of here. Like, no, I'm done. Like, I'm so done. Oh, that was incredible. Thank you. I'm so over it. Over this deck. I'm unsleeving it. So enjoy the card flicking ASMR while it's here. And cue the crab rave. Oh, I can't do it. This deck is just, it's done. I gave it so many chances. Look, if we didn't burst roar, we'd never find these cards. Okay. Hold up. We can come back. Wait, what's in our hand? Fighting. So we go lightning, fighting here. Draw 3. Tail downs. If I can Pokemon Catcher and pull this up, we're like super fine. We're super good. I actually don't think I need anything right now. I probably should have just discarded that with something else. Attach the fighting. Pokemon Catcher. Heads. Sad. Alright. We will Bellowing Thunder for 1. To discard and KO this. Okay. Thank you, Jab. You have done the math for me. Now keep in mind, everybody. Keep in mind, chat. Similar-ish number odds with Pokégear and trying to find Sadas have happened today. Jab has said 0.007% chance to have all 4 on the bottom 7 if you ignore any stacking or shuffling. That happened twice today. Two times that happened to me today. That's insane. I'm done with this deck. I am done. I will play anything else. Like, it's just, oh my gosh. It's so crazy, man. Like, that's wild. And like, we had a game earlier, right, where I prized, what, Pal Pad plus double Sada? And then I had 11 cards in deck. Look at the top 7. And the one Sada was in the bottom 4. One was 3 in the bottom 13. Yeah, right. So it's like it's crazy. You should go to the casino at this point. I can't wait to be broke. Blissey. Hey, I made a video about it. I think it actually, like, that deck is really good. I think it's really fun. So maybe I'll have to cook with a little Blissey EX. We'll have to see. Also, if you guys can hear the card flicking and you don't like it, I apologize. But if you do like it, that's great. I'm happy. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I also just have a bunch of ripped paper sitting on my desk. It's just like, just hanging out in front of me. It's just like draped all over my keyboard. Oh man. Counter Catcher, pull that up. You don't have a Dusknoir, so that's fine. Phantom Dive. You're going to put 6. I disagree with that. I think you go 4 on the Bolt, 10 on the Pawn, and then you just put the rest wherever. Okay. Nest Ball, Fezandipiti, flip the script, draw 3. Oh my god, he didn't take a KO. I'm inting. I'm trolling. Alright, we Pal Pad first. We're going to Burst Roar, but we're going to Pal Pad everything back in. We'll bench this, and then we'll Burst Roar. Draw a fresh 6. The card flicking sounds therapeutic. Perfect, perfect. Whatever you do. I actually learned... I unsleeved the deck, so I can't show you. But I really learned... Everybody, like, if you ever see me shuffle cards, I can kind of do it with, like, empty sleeves. But, like, the... like, fancy hand shuffling. I actually learned from a really close friend of mine. Purple and Fox, actually, specifically. I learned how to do all kinds of fancy shuffling from them. Whatever you do... Yeah, I like the card flicking as well, as long as you don't do it while I'm playing. So you're the kind of person where you don't enjoy the card flicking, where you're, like, snapping them in your hand, and So if I'm taking my cards and I'm like... Not your thing. Not your cup of tea. Blissey got 3rd in Japan in the Japan event. I think Blissey's a really solid deck. I think it's really, really good. I think it's got a lot of legs to stand on. It's very bulky in this format that we're heading into. It's interesting. I do got to organize these, though. So, we're going to organize some cards while our opponent just cooks. This is the last game with Bolt. So, if you guys are Bolt enjoyers, soak it up while it lasts. Because it's done. No, I hate card flicking. Cannot do the card flicking. Okay, so it's my turn. Let's see here. We could retreat. Let's choose first. Let's choose. We don't need this. Sada. Choose. Yeah, I think I have to. Our deck's just so reliant on Sadas. It's kind of crazy. All right, how many energy in here? Oh, we have plenty. Okay, it's fine. We'll go grass here, fighting here. Sure. Draw 3. Earthen Vessel, pitch a Nest Ball. We have Switch Card too. Let's see. Okay, attach, retreat, into this Raging Bolt. And then we need, oh gosh. So take 40 less damage, so we need 6 energy. We'll go Night Stretcher first. Get this, because we're going to have to commit a lot of energy to KO this Dragapult now. We'll go here. Okay. Bellowing Thunder. So it's going to be 360. So this is 714, 210, 280, 350. Commit this one. Cool. Because that's going to make it 10 short. It'll put us at 310 if we don't commit all those. I hate card flicking. Several times in matches I've told my opponents to cut that out. I can't help it. I've always, like, I try not to do it too much. And if my opponent is like, hey, I don't like that, can you please stop? I try to consciously remind myself to put the cards down, like put them down. So I just like set the cards down so I don't touch them as much. Sorry, it's not other alarm. But I end up catching myself being like, if they don't like it, then I try to consciously, like I said, remind myself like not to do it. But sometimes it's tough. It's so distracting. I think it's a tactic to distract people for sure. I guess because like I've been around cards for so long. I worked at a game store, like a board game card game store, for like 3 years. So it's kind of like I'm so used to like fidgeting with cards and touching them all the time. Like, I guess I'm just so used to it that I can't help it. So for me, it's kind of just like a comfortability thing too, like a nervous tick. Sometimes too. I'm uber tired, so I'm probably gonna head out to bed. Hey, after this stream, that's what I'm doing too. I'm heading right to bed. So, well, Jab, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for judging tonight as well. This is the last game with Bolt, so next time you see me, no more Bolt. Last Bolt stream. Last Bolt ever. It's unsleeved. I have no sleeved decks right now. That's actually crazy to me to think about. I have no sleeved Pokemon decks. So I'll have to sleeve up something to play, even just casually. I mean, I'm gonna need something regardless for like a big tournaments and stuff coming up too, but it won't be Bolt. I got empty deck boxes galore, and we love that. Let me clean up all my papers. Glad to see you picking a good deck. It's not Bolt. Bolt's not good. It's Raging Bulk. It's so bad. Oh, man. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. I'm hoping to try to finish this with a dub, though. Painful Spoons. Move 10 to the Squawk. Oh my gosh. Have they played a supporter this turn? Oh, they're about to take a huge turn. Boss? Boss for game? They're going to boss up this. Bolt. Phantom die for 200 win. They did not have it like that. All right, we got a chance. Let me cook. Go like this. And they don't play Crystal. If I can find my other charm, we might be in a pretty cool spot. And Fez is gone. I could go Iono here, though, but I'm not going to be able to KO anything. I think I have to Sada. We'll take these 3. Switch card's kind of big, right? We don't need that. Boss. We don't need that either. So Ultra Ball. Pitch Ultra Ball. Pitch. See, I would have loved to be able to go for a Briar play, but I would have had to knock out this Fez, and I wouldn't have been able to get there. So Briar's probably not it, so we'll just Ultra Ball pitch this. What do we have? Prime Catcher plus Double Energy Retrieval. We already blew through Pal Pad. We'll go... I'm short. Does this literally just come down to me hoping? No, because then you just win, right? This is insane. Yeah, GG's. Yep. There's nothing we could have done. Like, we needed to draw Energy Retrieval, I think, off of that to be able to get there. And we just didn't get it. CB Plays, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. Unfortunately, I'm going to be heading out here pretty soon. To kind of recap the stream for you, though. We played an online tournament with Raging Bolt. It ended with me unsleeving the physical copy of Raging Bolt and ripping up a deck list on stream of me writing up Raging Bolt. So that's what it ended up happening today on the stream. A-Mart, howdy homie. Hey, welcome in. Welcome. Welcome. I'll be off for the night. Thank you for streaming, for finding such fun content. Catch you later. Thank you. And thank you again, Purple and Fox, as well, for the membership and, of course, the big super chatter. Super thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so Raging Bolt, not the deck. It's unsleeved physically. It's here physically in my hands. And it's done. It's done. It's unsleeved. It's kaput. And we're not playing it anymore. Tonight was eventful. We'll recap real quick for CB Plays, A-Mart, and kind of everybody else that maybe didn't catch it. We kind of ran the numbers. We ran some math. And at one point, in 2 different games this happened, 2 times, 2 different games, I had, what was it? We said it was... I had a total of 14 cards in deck. 14 cards in deck. All 4 Professor Sada's Vitalities in deck. I have Pokégear. I play Pokégear and I whiff on a Sada. And I have 4. This happened twice. That specific thing happened 2 times. And one of the times I actually had 13 cards, which was pretty rough. And then the other game, so that happened 2 times. So 2 different games. And then the other game, I priced 2 Sadas plus Pal Pad, and then milled the other 2 Sadas off of my Pokestop. So that was Raging Bolt today, and Raging Bolt is no more. The deck is done. I should have listened to all my friends and everybody else that the deck's not that good. It's pretty bad. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'm drinking the copium. The deck's good. But we turned it into fun. And I was just like, you know what? Whatever. We're just throwing cards everywhere. We're having a good time. And I don't know. It was a good time. It was fun. Everybody was laughing and giggling. I was having a great time. So it's a deck. It is a deck. It really is. It's a deck and it's not a great one, and it's definitely it's a deck that you can play that has cards in it. But like I said, it ended for me unsleeving the physical copy and ripping up the deck list I had. So this is my Raging Bolt deck list. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna play in the future. We're not too sure. But before we go, I actually might be able to tell everybody where we ended at the tournament. So let's take a look. Let's see here. Standings. It's definitely serviceable to teach new players. It really is. And that's the thing. I like Raging Bolt for what it is. But for somebody who was kind of testing to feel what I wanted to play for the next format for post-rotation, this was just like a learning lesson for me that this is a deck that I was like, yep, Raging Bolt is a deck that I don't see myself playing to a regional or a cup or a challenge or anything of that regard. That was kind of honestly, I'll be genuinely honest, this whole week I've been kind of testing Raging Bolt and really just like committing to it and really seeing if it's a deck that I like should consider playing. And ultimately just kind of came to the decision where I was like, yeah, this is definitely not it. This is definitely a deck that I don't see myself playing that much. I could see myself maybe if I'm at like a doctor's appointment or something and in the waiting room, maybe throw a quick game with Raging Bolt on TCG Live or something while I wait. But yeah, I don't see myself maybe too much. Today was eventful, maybe not the way you hoped. That's okay. So let's take a look where we ended here. I actually ended 15th. So hey, top 16. We'll take that. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We'll take top 16 with the Raging Bolt. Highest Raging Bolt placing list. Now ask me how many Raging Bolts there were. There were 2. There were 2 people playing Raging Bolt, and I was the highest one. And the reason I was the highest was because I played out the whole thing. So that's where that ends up, but that's okay. We've learned that Raging Bolt is not the deck for us, and that's all right. That's okay. Kind of like Amart just said, it's definitely a good deck to teach new people, and I think it's a very approachable deck. I really like Raging Bolt for what it is. Very approachable, very easy to teach people how to play, and I don't think it's a bad deck by any means. I think it's fine. It's just not the deck I would want to play. But like I said, nonetheless, tons of fun. Had a great stream. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody popping in. We had tons and tons of stuff. Kind of want to recap some of it actually here. We had a couple new people follow, some new people talking. Amart popping in. We had a new follow being CB's Plays. We had After Crash pop in as well. Lonely Veteran was here. Shalbedo was here, which was pretty awesome. And then we had some of the YouTube live stream stuff kind of blowing up. We had a $10 gifted super thanks or super chat, which was awesome. And then we got a total of 10 gifted subs, 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. And then we had another membership on top of that. So actually 2 new memberships on top of that. So was definitely popping tonight. And like I said, I really want to appreciate everybody for showing up. We had everybody kind of talking. It was really great. We had Jab in here. We had a couple of new people. We had, Will in here. We had Tailed Fox in here. All different kinds of people. So thank you everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it.